right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. I also realized that I had like 10 fun New Year's facts and traditions. Some of these other ones just suck, so I skipped them.
Cool.
So we've got, oh boy. We've got 2 stories. I feel like one of these deserve to be their own stories. So I feel like we save one for this week and the next for next week.
All right, well then you surprise me. I don't want to be spoiled.
Okay.
You choose.
Let's go. Give me a number, 1 or 2.
2.
Florida man sues Dunkin' Donuts over injuries following toilet explosion.
You know, it's not where I thought we were going to go, but that's where we ended up.
Yep. An employee told the man they were aware of the problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents.
What? There is so much we don't know about this story going in.
Yeah.
Okay.
A customer has filed a negligence lawsuit against Dunkin', claiming he was injured by an exploding toilet at one of the coffee chain's locations in Central Florida. Paul Kurak is seeking more than $100,000 in lawsuits filed Wednesday in the state of Coeur d'Alene, claiming he suffered severe and long-term injuries following the explosion of a toilet in the men's room. For only $100,000, like millions, I thought. You're getting long-term injuries.
What kind of explosion? Yeah. Is it like a poo-poo explosion? What's the vibe here?
Let's see. After the explosion, it left him covered in feces, urine, and debris. He walked out of the men's room seeking help from workers.
So bad. That's terrible.
That is pretty bad. An employee told him they were aware of the problem with the toilet since there had been previous incidents. Were there previous explosions?
That's what I'm saying. We're missing something about this story.
Yeah. When contacted Thursday by email for more details on his injuries, his attorney said he was tied up and couldn't answer the questions the following day. Canton, Massachusetts-based company did not immediately respond. The lawsuit says he suffered bodily injury and required mental health care and counseling. Well, he says he suffered long-term severe injuries, but then he's not naming the injuries. Sounds like he just got shit on, literally. Right?
Yeah, you know what? I still pay the man. You know, I don't. He can lie. He can lie and make it up all he wants. Yeah, like go ahead and lie a little bit. I don't give a shit. Like that's awful. Like this guy, you know what? You're fine. You're fine by me, mister.
You go to use the bathroom and you get covered in feces, urine, and debris, and then walk out like you're a swamp monster, and everyone's like, "Oh God,
we got pee, we got poo, we got debris."
What's debris?
What is happening in multiple times? So it's already been a problem before, which means before this, people have exploded the bathroom. So the question becomes, why is the bathroom exploding? That's a huge question no one is answering.
Why is the bathroom exploding? That is the first question of the new year.
It should be the question we ask all the time. Why is the bathroom? Is anyone going to answer that? That seems like it should be something we all look into. Why?
Just the fact that you see a guy walk out just covered in shit, like piss, and he's just like, the employees are like, God, not again.
Oh, man.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
that's crazy.
It's the 4th one this week.
This doesn't make any sense. Why? Like, they said they warned him?
Yeah.
That it exploded. So they knew it exploded. So why didn't they just put a do not out of order sign?
Get the hose again. Like, I thought when it exploded, and he said it was serious, like the actual toilet like exploded, like the pieces of the porcelain
no, this is like an
shattered.
Eruption.
Yeah, this is like it erupted.
This is like in a 90s comedy movie where like the kids stick M80s down the toilet or something. Like this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the fact that this story didn't start with why the toilets keep exploding is beyond me. That should be the number one investigative journalism thing you're doing is figuring out why that's happening.
Yeah. There's got to be, like, what happened to the other people? Were they just like, I understand, toilet's going to explode. I get it.
I thought maybe I was the problem. Like, maybe I was the one who did it.
They're just like, you know what, sir, we'll give you a free donut. It's like, wow, okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, there's got to be more that happens to the story down the line, right?
Honestly, you're the one with the article. I'm assuming no. I'm assuming we will never have an answer because that is how these stories on the internet work. People read the headline, think they got enough information and move on, and no one actually reads the article because this article explains nothing.
That's true. I think out of all the stories we've covered over like the decade we've been doing this, there's been like 2 or 3 that we could like follow up on.
Most of the time, it's just like, yeah, so monkeys are now banned at this restaurant. And you're like, what? They were allowed at the restaurant? Like, there's so much we don't know. And there's like, oh, well, go call them yourself. That's your job, news guy.
There's literally, like, I'm trying to think of the stories we've had where we went back. There's like Hank the Tank, obviously. We've had multiple Hank reports. We had the treasure guy. Remember that?
Yes.
The treasure. And then we had what's it called? Was Tito Watts a follow-up story?
Tito Watts was, but then we found out both of those Tito Watts stories were fake, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Which, you know what? I choose to believe they're real. I don't care.
And then that house that got like a Netflix show.
Yes, the Watcher.
Yeah, the Watcher, yeah. Those are it.
Those are the only ones. Yeah.
That's all of them. Out of every 400 and something news stories.
I would love to say that all of those had satisfying answers. They just don't. If anything, it's a lesson for life. That life isn't always satisfying, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes life just explodes like a toilet. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. That's your big news story of the day.
Okay, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. So this is the story that we did not do last week.
Perfect.
Or the other week, whatever.
Whenever it was.
Yeah. Okay. Alabama man.
Oh no.
Shocks shoppers with X-rated plunge into Bass Pro Shop aquarium.
I saw the video of this.
Yep. The man later left the water to yell at 2 officers, then drove back into the tank, police said. So, in Leeds, Alabama, a man crashed his car outside a Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, stripped down to his birthday suit, and plunged into the giant aquarium inside the store, police said. The ordeal happened Thursday night in front of shocked shoppers in the town just outside Birmingham, Leeds Police Chief Paul Irwin said. The 42-year-old...
Did it really shock them? Like, I gotta be honest. At the Bass Pro Shop outside of Birmingham, did really a dude jumping in shock them? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it shocked them.
They're probably like, it's just Phil doing his stupid Phil thing again. Like, I don't know, that's shocking. I feel like that's something they've seen quite often.
The ordeal happened Thursday night in front of shocked shoppers. Oh, yeah, I just said that. The 42-year-old Alabama man did a cannonball leap into the aquarium, then stood under a waterfall. He left the water to yell at 2 officers, then dove back into the aquarium, police said.
I like that he took the time to get out and be like, don't tell me what I can't do, and then jump back in.
Yep. The man eventually climbed over the side of the aquarium and fell to the concrete floor below. Police then apprehended him, the news site reported. He faces several charges, including public lewdness, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief. The man was in the water for about 5 minutes before officers arrived. So,
let me just ask again. Do we know why he did it?
No. That is always the question we never get the answer to.
Not once. Ever. And I just the entire time, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, we all know he jumped in. Why did he jump in? Yeah. Nothing. Not one part of that story was about that man jumping in. It was all about the aftermath. But no one cares about the aftermath. I want to know why he did it.
Yeah. And there's no, like, updates. They're not like, we figured it out, everybody. Here's the tale. The big time news tale. Like, there's nothing.
Hold on. Why did Alabama man jump in aquarium? But why? Alabama.com. Help me out here. Why? Oh, all right. See? Alabama.com, January 8th. Leeds man on drugs. There you go. That's all I needed. That's the only answer I needed. 42-year-old man jumped in because he was on drugs. That's it. That explains everything. I don't need any more than that.
Yeah, there we go. At least we got our answer. Drugs.
But again, for them to say shocked, people were shocked. I don't believe that for a minute.
Oh, yeah,
I think they know exactly what they were getting into. They were like, no, we know. We understand.
Yeah, I mean, he took a bunch of drugs and he was like, Bass Pro Shop waterfall. I got to go in there. And then he did it.
Yeah, and then he did it.
So there you go. That's your big news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
All right, big news story of the day. Day. So somebody tweeted this at me, but this is from like last August. Whatever, it's still crazy. So a Tampa Bay mayor reels in 70 pounds of cocaine during her family fishing trip.
Right. Sure. Reeled it
in. While on a fishing trip in the Florida Keys with her family, Tampa Mayor Jane Castor reeled in an unexpected catch, 70 pounds of cocaine, estimated to be over $1 million. Castor... hopefully it's answered. Right. I hope this article answers it, because how does that happen? Castor, who previously served as Tampa's police chief, said the drug bale appeared to have been floating in the water for a while already when she found it. Quote, my family was concerned, like, oh my gosh, what if they think it's ours? She joked in an interview. And I'm
wink.
Hey, come on. So we pulled it up, and then as soon as we were in cell phone range, called to notify them. The mayor reported her family's discovery to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, and the drugs were seized by federal agents. Chief Patrol Agent Walter Slozar of the U.S. Border Patrol Miami sector confirmed in a tweet they had seized 70 pounds of cocaine, originally discovered by a recreational boater in the Florida Keys. The drugs have an estimated street value of $1.1 million, they wrote in their tweet. Castor told CBS Miami it was her brother who first spotted the bale while fishing. Quote, my younger brother saw some debris in the water, so we went over there because quite often if you fish, the smaller fish will go under any kind of shade they can get. That attracts the larger fish.
This is the answer. This is what I'm looking. So they didn't just stumble on it. They saw debris and were like, oh, under the debris, little fish hide and big fish go to the debris to get the little fish.
Yeah.
That's good reporting.
There we go.
That's what I'm here for.
Hey, good job, CBS News. We thought it was shade as opposed to something shady. But, the closer we got, and once I saw the rip in it and I see the tightly wrapped packages, I was like, definitely, that's a bale of cocaine. Now, I've seen cocaine in my day. I know that's cocaine right there.
That is the good stuff right there.
Now, you can see from the slight rip in the packaging, that's clearly cocaine.
Yeah, and then we pulled out one and we cut it open and we tested it, of course, because it could have been powdered sugar. And, maybe that was useful. We love making sugar cookies, so I figured, maybe...
Yeah, it might be powdered
sugar.
But
it was cocaine. After we went through a full bag together with the family, we knew it was cocaine.
It was not the first time cocaine bales with high street values washed ashore in Florida. This past April, a package worth more than $100,000 was discovered on 3 different beaches in Walton County and other counties. Each package bore a different design, with one appearing to mimic the Chanel brand logo, according to the Walton County Sheriff Office. This one has butterflies.
So every, I assume, cocaine dealer / whatever, grower, manufacturer, we'll say, has some sort of, symbol on it. And even though butterfly is very close to what I'd want mine to be, which is unfortunate, I'd probably have to go into some sort of drug war. What would the Cox and Crendor brand cocaine logo be?
It would have to be either like we'd have probably a few. There'd be a Whoppy robot head with him just like springs flying out of his head, like they're just popping out.
Right, yeah.
There'd have to be like an actual like Florida man maybe Gray Storm, maybe one of those. Newport Richie. I think it'd be Newport Richie.
That's it. Our 100% very legal, not all legal cocaine business would be called Newport Richie. That'd be our gang.
Yeah.
We got to watch out for Newport Richie. They're trouble.
Yeah. No,
People
definitely
be like, what does that
Newport
mean?
Richie.
Yeah, and plus it goes well, too, because when people are doing drugs, they aren't going to be like, give me that cocaine. They'll be like, yo, you see my friend Newport Richie? Like, yeah, I got Newport Richie for you. See, we're good at this. We should go into drug selling.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think we'd be good at it. I think it'd be pretty lucrative for us.
Anyway, that's your news story.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Which is actually a very similar thing to fact of the day.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in terms of like
the two facts.
I mean, in terms of the intro to the fact of the day, big news story of the day,
right.
like that.
Of
yeah.
course.
7 king cakes stolen from New Orleans bakery in a very Mardi Gras way.
Hold on. Are king cakes the round one? It's like a yeah. It's like a round cake filled with stuff.
Yeah, I've seen those. I don't know what they're filled with. Traditional.
That's a great question.
Yeah, you got the king cake. It looks like some sort of, what is that? I don't know what that is.
I would have thought cinnamon and sugar, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, what does king cake taste like? God bless the internet. I love things like this. King cake is a rich, sweet pastry flavored with cinnamon and sometimes contains cream cheese or pecans. It's called cake, but it tastes more like a Danish or cinnamon roll. Yeah, looks delicious. I'd eat the hell out of that.
It does look very good. A thief stole 7 king cakes, about as many as he could carry during a break-in. With their purple...
Such a weird thing to be like, a national news article, man steals 7 cakes.
Yep. With their purple, gold, and green colors, and toy babies hidden inside. What the shit?
Yeah, it's supposed to represent the baby Jesus for some reason. Look, I don't understand it. It's it's very weird, but also, sure, yeah. There's a little baby inside that's supposed to be Jesus.
All right.
A hidden prize, question mark? It seems like a choking hazard, but what are you going to do?
It's definitely a choking hazard. In fact, they banned the Wonder Balls because people were choking on the shit in there. Remember those?
I do. There's a lot of things that are banned because Americans will eat anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's a baby in here, I bet I could eat it. Like, don't do that.
They probably would try. King cakes are staples of Mardi Gras celebrations in New Orleans, but apparently they're also valuable enough to steal, at least this time of year during the carnival season. Is it carnival or carnival?
I guess it depends on where you're at, right? I mean, we're not in Brazil, so like, whatever, it's carnival.
Yeah. A thief stole 7 king cakes, about as many as he could carry, during a break-in last week at a New Orleans bakery. The thief also took cash and a case of vodka from Bittersweet Confections last Wednesday. This dude's living it up.
Yeah, someone's about to have a party.
Our king cakes are just that good, the bakery wrote on social media. But please, come and purchase one during our regular store hours.
That's actually pretty good. That's a solid response.
That is a solid response.
Yeah.
While it's a secular celebration, Carnival in New Orleans and around the world is strongly linked to Christian and Roman Catholic traditions. The season begins on January 6th and the 12th day after Christmas and continues until Mardi Gras, known as Fat Tuesday, which is the final day of feasting, drinking, and revelry before Ash Wednesday and fasting associated with Lent.
I'd go do Mardi Gras. I'd do it.
I figured you would have already, knowing you.
No, I've never been to New Orleans once in my life.
Damn. Yeah, that feels like a super Jesse adventure.
You would figure maybe it's too Jesse. Like it's almost a mockery of Jesse.
It is kind of, it might be.
It's a little too extreme.
King cakes are among the foods most associated with Carnival in New Orleans. The rings of pastry are adorned with purple, green, and gold sugar or icing, and they often have a tiny plastic baby hidden inside as a prize. One wisecracker responded to the bakery's social media post with a tongue-in-cheek false admission that he was the thief. Quote, "It was me. I'm holding all 7 babies hostage until I get my lifetime supply of king cakes from you every year."
It was me, Austin. I took all the babies. Like, that's a weird.
I took the king cakes, Oswald. It was me.
It was me,
Spider-Man. And that's really the story. Some guy stole the cakes.
Awesome. All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Tampa, Florida. A wayward kangaroo was corralled safely by sheriff's deputies Thursday after it was spotted hopping around the pool area of a Florida apartment complex. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office released video and still photos of the kangaroo, including some footage shot from a helicopter. The agency also released audio of a female resident of the complex calling in to report it. Quote, "I actually see a kangaroo. It's kind of a large kangaroo," she said. "We got him closed in the pool gate area." Deputies were able to figure out the animal's owner and reunite them after checking for its proper registration. No injuries to the kangaroo or people were reported.
So, I mean, again, nothing explained at all.
Why do they own a kangaroo in Florida?
Is it even allowed? What are the rules? And what happens if one gets loose? Are you then in trouble for the loose kangaroo?
Yeah, is it... Why do they have a kangaroo in the first place? Are they like an owner of a zoo? Or are they an owner of something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, my initial thought process was like someone at a zoo let their kangaroo get loose.
Yeah. That's what I figured. But I feel like they would have been like, it was from the zoo, and they took it back to the zoo. But they're like, no, it's just the owner of the kangaroo, like it's a dog.
Yeah, this is right along the lines of Monkey Mondays. What is going on? Florida's out of control. Florida's like, you got animals? All right, okay.
Yeah, there's so many questions, and they didn't ask anything either. But the thing is, it's weird enough for them to be like, the crazy kangaroos on the loose, but they're just like, yeah, they found the kangaroo and took it back. And it's like, what? I don't understand.
Are you allowed to have kangaroos as a pet? Just, yeah, all right. I mean, wait, hold on. What? Nothing makes any sense. In Illinois, Idaho, Maine, New Jersey, New Mexico, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin, it is legal to keep a kangaroo as a pet. While in the rest of the U.S., it is illegal.
What? That is weird.
So, but then why do they have a kangaroo?
Yeah. Like what?
Doesn't that mean it's illegal to have one?
Yeah, you would think
maybe they
so.
have a special permit?
Maybe.
Florida law prohibits the ownership of kangaroos as pets.
What? Are they from out of state? But even in that case, what? There's something going on here.
Maybe if you get a license or permit, you can have one. But even then, if your kangaroo gets loose, you're losing that permit.
Yeah. This is
also, why would you... Where was this in Florida again?
Tampa.
Tampa?
That's what it said.
Big city Tampa? Some guy just has a kangaroo hanging around?
Yeah. Well, let me recheck here. But the story is from Tampa Bay. Hillsborough County. Which is, yeah, Tampa Bay.
You know what? I'm going to assume this is either from Busch Gardens or maybe Dinosaur World.
That's kind of like a dinosaur.
I mean, there's so many places in Tampa that this could be. There's the Whedon Preserve. I guess, but none of these are all public places.
Yeah. I have no idea.
This is goofy. This is Florida. You continue to amaze. I mean this.
Yeah. Wow. Well, maybe somebody knows. If you know, let us know.
Maybe.
And that's your big news story of the day.
All right. What's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. Neil the Seal made quite the splash in late 2023 when social media all over the Australia, New Zealand, were catching sightings of him doing things that if he were a human, may be considered crimes.
Wait, whoa. This is a serial offender seal?
Yes.
A serial offender?
Yes.
Okay.
Once the year ended, everybody was left wondering if Neil the Seal would turn over a new leaf and stop being such a menace. As of January 8th, we know that Neil has no plans to change his tune. I've been watching Neil the Seal pretty closely since I found out he existed. I think he's hilarious. I think at your Guitarius Gals might be the favorite. The cone has a "Don't Pet the Seal" sign right on it. It's almost like Neil is mocking us humans. Neil is a northern elephant seal who rose to internet fame when people around Australia started to notice that he was turning up and being a total drama king. He's been seen laying in roads, blocking the path, trying to break into cars, and just generally intimidating locals. As far as we know, Neil hasn't hurt anybody or caused damage to anything. Otherwise, he would likely be relocated. Now he's battling with a traffic cone, which I think is hilarious. Neil is not the only seal who makes his way onto land. Every seal comes to the water, or comes out of the water to bask. Though they were warm-blooded, it's nice to be warm every once in a while. Getting out of the water prevents them from suffocating, too. They're air breathers, and without surfacing, they could drown. Hypothetically, a seal could survive on land forever as long as it was kept wet enough. Main problem with that, as we see in the video, would be that they're not exactly the most fluid movers. On land, they inch across the ground. They're just too big, and they have no leg. In water, they can glide. Neil the Seal is not currently dangerous. As annoying as
Well, first off, I'm glad they understand that.
Yeah.
Second off, Neil the Seal, what's going on in Australia that you got one seal that's the guy, that's Neil? Or is this like the Legend of Hank the Tank, where it could be multiple tanks?
That's true. This could be multiple seals, but I feel like they keep finding Neil. There's got to be something about Neil where they're like,
what do you mean?
"That's Neil."
Yeah, like, how do they keep finding Neil? And does Neil make his way up and down the coast? What's going on with Neil?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like he's on TikTok. There's one of him on TikTok. He's all over Tasmania.
Neil the Seal does, in fact, have his own TikTok account.
Yes. He's a big seal.
Yep. And he loves messing with cones.
Maybe he just hates him.
But there's also different shots, and sometimes it looks like a different guy.
Maybe it is. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, how do they know it's him? He does look kind of different in some of these.
Like, one of them looks like a baby seal, and one of them looks like a big seal, and one of them looks like a seal that has, like, discoloration in his face, and one looks like he's got a big old hump.
Yeah, one looks more gray, and one looks more brown.
Maybe he's just not wet enough?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, he's got the
Although,
marking there.
it looks like he's got a little ding on his head or something.
Okay, that one is not Neil the Seal. That one, he's got the marking. That one, he doesn't. This one
maybe that's his kid. That's his kid, Phil the Sill.
Ah, yeah, it's got to be Phil the Sill.
Yeah.
Easy mix-up.
Yep.
It's... Yeah, there's one of him knocking down. I think this is kind of like Hank the Tank, where people just keep thinking it's the same seal, and it's just a pack.
Yeah, but that's fine, because you can never catch the real one.
Yeah, there's always a Neil the Seal.
Yeah, that's like V for Vendetta. Like, at the end, everyone has the mask on. Like, we all were V, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I am Spartacus.
So now we know that Hank the Tank and Neil the Seal are out there. One's coming in from the water. One's in the woods. We just need like a bird now.
Right. Like, oh boy, I got nothing that rhymes with eagle.
How about the Beagle the Eagle?
I was thinking beagle, but I was like, that's a dog. You can't do
But
beagle the eagle.
That's gonna be funny because you think it's a dog, but it's an eagle. I'm looking at the names. I can't even come up with anything.
It's tough. Yeah. Like, what do you rhyme with chicken? Or
Licking.
owl? Licking the chicken? No, dude. No.
Owl. How about Owl?
Owl the Owl? Get out of here. That sucks, and I love it. I love it. That's old Owl the Owl.
That's Owl the Owl.
Yep.
There's got to be one bird that has a name that... Crane? Falcon? Crow? Mo the Crow?
Mo the Crow. That's
there
it.
Is. Mo the Crow.
That's the one. You gotta watch out for Neil the Seal, Hank the Tank, and Mo the Crow.
Yeah,
Hank the Tank it doesn't even matter really. Hank the Tank destroys it.
Because
he's not a tank, he's a bear.
Yeah. There is actually a Mo the Crow that's like a character from like a comic book. I just Googled it.
Also, don't look up who Mo the Crow actually is. Now that I see it, it is unpleasant.
Yeah.
Unpleasant.
Now we can't even use Mo the Crow anymore.
Now we can't use Mo the Crow. He goes to prison for bad reasons.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to have to explain it, so...
All right.
No.
Mo the Crow's done.
He's gone. He's gone. We're going with Deagle Eagle.
Beagle the Eagle. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the one.
Well.
And if you tell us that's even worse than Mo the Crow, birds are out.
Yep. They're out. We'll find something else. And that's your news story of the day.
All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Yeah.
This one is pretty goofy. This is fresh off the presses. Man named D's Nuts arrested in Green Bay, charged with battery.
That can't be his name.
It is. A man in Green Bay with a one-of-a-kind first name was taken into custody after an alleged disturbance on the east side. According to a criminal complaint obtained by Local 5, 42-year-old D's Nuts Kroll was arrested.
Did he change his... I don't... He can't be named D's Nuts.
He had to have changed his name, right? According to a criminal complaint obtained by the thing, he was arrested following an incident involving a gun. On March 5th, around 10 p.m., officers were sent to the 900 block of East Walnut Street for a reported disturbance. When they got to the scene, 2 people were brought to a squad car and placed in the back. Additionally, they took Kroll into custody, and he was reportedly standing outside with no shirt on. The complaint says that Kroll appeared to be highly intoxicated, but he did follow officers' commands. It was also mentioned that the authorities identified Kroll by his Wisconsin ID card, which said D's Nuts Lee Kroll.
Did he change his name to that? I just can't fathom it.
I don't know. Maybe he just wrote it in. His name's Lee Kroll, but he just wrote D's Nuts in front of it.
Sure.
The 2 people who were originally brought to a squad car said they were arguing with Kroll over the phone around 8 p.m. 2 hours later, around 10 p.m., they found the door to the residence was locked. One person said that Kroll opened the door and punched them with a closed fist in the shoulder. This led to an altercation, according to the complaint. At one point, Kroll allegedly got a gun. Authorities later took the gun into evidence, found it was a CO2 BB gun. It was reportedly loaded and had 8 silver 4.5 millimeter BBs. When authorities interviewed Kroll, they claimed that it was apparent he was talking in circles. Throughout the official complaint, Kroll was referred to as D's Nuts.
I both love and hate this because it is exactly the kind of story I want, but exactly the kind of story that I'm like, but why? But why?
Yeah.
And if I had to answer, it would probably be drugs. You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to say?
It's got to be drugs. Let's see. Hold on. Does anybody have any information? There's got to be something about this guy.
Also, Mr. Beast apparently reacts to man named D's Nuts getting arrested.
Wait, so you said Mr.
And I guess he's mad. Mr. Beast is mad because D's Nuts is the name of a brand of his chocolate bars or some nonsense.
How can you be mad? That's like a really common thing, right? Like that's been a meme for forever.
Yeah. So I think Mr. Beast is just joking, But they said a man named D's Nuts was arrested, and he said he should change his name before he gets sued. And everyone is taking it out of context or whatever, you know.
I see. Yeah. I got it.
You know, the internet.
The internet.
You know.
But hey, at least we can rest easy knowing that D's Nuts is off the streets.
Yeah. Well, thank God.
Yeah. Oh, now Neil the Seal can go back out into the streets again. Thank God.
Yeah, he's not going to get harassed by D's Nuts.
Yeah. That's your big news story of the day.
Great. All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Texas man accused of putting antiques up his kilt-covered butt.
What? Wait. I'm assuming you're not saying... Well, I don't know what you're saying, because it sounded at first like he was hiding them in his kilt, but then you said up his butt, and now I have no answers for you.
Yeah. Well, I say kilt-covered butt, so is he hiding it up there? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
A kilt-wearing man in Spring, Texas was arrested last week for a crime that can truly be described as asinine. Taking items for... Get him out of here. Taking items for sale at antique stores and placing them in his anus. Well, there it is.
Well, there it is.
And then he allegedly put the tainted items back on the shelves, presumably so unsuspecting shoppers would purchase them. What?
Wait, so he put stuff in his butt and then put it up on the shelf?
Yeah.
At the antique store?
Yeah. Mitchell Vest was arrested February 15th on charges of criminal mischief stemming from incidents that occurred on February 10th, where he was observed allegedly placing items in his rectum and then putting them back on the shelves at 2 antique shops in Spring.
2?
Some of the items, 2 antique shops. He's going all over. Some of the items, the 60-year-old allegedly contaminated.
60 years? Oh, my God.
Everything's stacking up. Contaminated included a makeup brush, an antique bottle opener.
I don't like that. I don't like
and a tobacco tent can. The hell? Tobacco tent can. How did he fit that up there?
Dude, I have so many questions, but I guess if you're a freak in life, you're a freak at 60, so, you know, whatever.
The owner of the antique gallery told deputies that she witnessed Vest pick up the makeup brush and hardware piece, quote, shove both items up his anus, then return them to the shelf. The owner of the shop reported the both complaints advised they had to throw away the items. Both are video surveillance. I was just really in shock. Golden told the situation. I didn't really know what to say or think.
All right. I'm not going to try and judge someone, but this dude is wearing a kilt, no underwear, and the tightest, I'm going to say too tight black tank top that it's too tight for him. He got like a gut hanging out over the kilt.
Yeah.
And he has Oakleys on. But not on. He has them on, resting on his head.
Yeah.
And then is just, going around and I'm going to say it's sexual. I'm going to say, I don't want to judge him based on the whole attitude, but I'm going to say it's sexual.
I would agree, yes. It's got to be.
Because if you want to ruin something, you can ruin anything easily, but like the whole butt thing, you know, that's a you thing.
Yeah. Plus, like, how's he getting it up there that he probably pre-lubed at that point? Right? There's no other way. Otherwise, that's like... plus, these are like antiques. Who knows? They could like fall apart inside of them.
Yeah. It placed it under his green shirt kilt and into his anus is what it says.
Plus, it's like...
Yeah, this is a lot.
I feel like he also got freed on $100 bond, which seems kind of wild. It's like, $100.
Yeah, I mean, he's going antiquing. That man has money.
Yeah, like he's right back in the next antique store at that rate.
Yep.
I feel like we're gonna get another story from this guy soon.
All of the comments are just like, this is taking a lot of junk in the trunk to the next level, one person wrote. He was just taking his kink to the next level, a person responded. Hopefully, he can put this behind him, another commentator wrote. And then another one wrote, another person thanked the police for getting to the bottom of this. Oof.
Yep. A lot of comedians. That's part of the problem with the internet. Everybody just thinks they're a comedian at this point. Everybody thinks they need their opinion to be heard, and it's like sometimes it doesn't matter. You know, that's the whole social media thing we mentioned earlier. You don't need to tell everybody your opinion.
Well, I mean, I want to know people's opinions on a guy sticking antiques up his butt. Honestly, I want to know your opinion. On most things, I don't care, but on this, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, yeah, it depends, but still. Sometimes you just want to see other people react. That doesn't mean you have to give your opinion. I guess we are giving our opinion right now. I don't know. Listen, this guy's sticking antiques up his ass.
This is like multi-fetished. This isn't just like, I like things up my butt, and I like to place them there myself and walk around. This is, I like to go to a place, stick random things I find, and then put them back on the... It's the same people that go to like Walmart and drink half a thing of orange juice and put it back in on the shelf.
Yeah, and then they probably go home and they're just like, "Oh man, that was crazy."
Yeah, we're so wild. It's the same thing, but then also like, and I stuck stuff up my butt. Like, okay, but can't you just buy things to do that with and just not go out? So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're looking for the adrenaline rush. That's got to be it.
I guess.
At least I hope they are. I don't know what else they want. That's your big news story of the day.
Okay, what is our fact of the news story? Oh boy, I'm a mess today. What's our big news story of the day?
Yep, the factual news story of the day.
That's what I'm here for, factual news.
Hey. Nebraska woman accused of using pump glitch to get $27,000 worth of gas.
I don't know what that means. I hope not all at once. Otherwise, that makes no sense.
That'd be a lot of gas.
What's the glitch? I feel like sharing this probably... You know what? They probably fixed it. Never mind.
They've probably fixed it by now, yeah. Dawn Thompson, 45, allegedly pumped an estimated 7,413 gallons of gas at a pump and pantry station over 6 months. That seems like a lot of gas for 6 months.
Was she just telling her friends, like, give me your car, I'll go get you some gas?
She might have been. I don't know. That's because, that's insane. That's filled
6 months.
She filled up 500 plus times at the pump and pantry. Yeah, like what? In 6 months? A woman.
How much driving is she doing?
That's crazy. A woman in Lincoln, Nebraska, facing a felony theft charge after she allegedly took advantage of a gas pump glitch to get more than $27,000 worth of free fuel. Dawn Thompson, 45, was arrested on March 6th and charged with one count of theft by unlawful taking of $5,000 or more. Investigators allege that Thompson pumped an estimated 7,413 gallons of gas over 6 months for $27,860.
God.
Whew. Thompson was allegedly able to access the free fuel because of a glitch that arose after the gas station changed the order in which customers swiped their payment and rewards cards. The glitch allowed people to use their reward card instead of a debit or credit card. Thompson allegedly figured out that when a rewards card was swiped twice, the pump switched into a demo mode that let a customer get free gas.
What, dude?
That's like when the speedrunners figure out like all the crazy skips.
Yeah, that's like if you hold this dish and you're walking to the wall, you're at the end of the game. Like it's the same level. Like, I want to know how was she sitting there, and like what made her swipe it again? An accident, or was she being goofy and was like, "What if I just put this in instead of my credit card?" Like, what was the impetus? This is like when you think about like, who's the first guy who decided to eat a clam? Like, how did that happen? What was this? It's the exact same thing. What was going through her head when she figured this out? Because this is actually genius.
Police said Thompson first received the rewards card she used from a man who needed to pay off a car debt. According to police, the man could not be contacted because he is now deceased. Wait, what? Hold on. She received the rewards card she used from a man who needed to pay off a card debt? But isn't it a rewards card? So why would he be like, here's a rewards card? Like, because he's given her his rewards?
Yeah, maybe the card she was using wasn't her own because it was this other person's card. Because people share rewards cards all the time.
I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
And then she just kept it because dude died.
Yeah. And it probably had a bunch of rewards on it, and she's like sick.
Yeah.
Thompson didn't just get free gas for herself. Ah, there it is. Police said another woman told them that she paid Thompson between $500 to $700 for discounted fuel. So she was just selling people discounted gas.
This almost sounds like that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they make the plan to sell gas outside the gas station for cheaper than the gas at the gas station.
Yeah, it does. This is great. Yeah, she was just going around town being like, yeah, I'll get you gas for cheaper. But then she was just getting it for free. So she was making a shit ton of money. That's
incredible
crazy
to me. I mean, like, if she was doing it herself, she could have got away with this.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't go enough for them to notice.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact that she started showing up all the time, she set herself up for failure. This could have been a scam that lasted her entire life, or at least until they changed the system. But people always get cocky.
Yep. They get too caught up in it, and they're just like, nobody will take me down. Yeah. Spider-Man.
The heart, Osborn.
The gas. The woman also told police that Thompson sold the rewards card in June 2023, right around the time the glitch was fixed. So she just jacked up an insane amount of rewards on that card, got free gas, and then just sold the card. Like, who wants a bunch of rewards? Thompson was released from jail after paying $7,500 bond. She's due in court April 12th. That's why.
Man, she could have got away with this. I'm so upset with her. She could have got away with this.
She really could.
Because if there's one thing I approve of, it's not helping out big corporate gas. I'm like fine with you screwing them over. Like, it does not affect me at all. But like, she ruined it. She ruined it. She got cocky. She brought her friends in. So many loose ends. And as we learned watching our Nick Cage movie this past weekend, no loose ends. You got to take those people out.
Snake eyes.
It looks like you got snake eyes.
That was a fun movie.
That's a solid. That's like a solid 6.
I think it was like a 6.1 on IMDb. So I was like, yeah, that checks out. That was a solid 6.1.
Yeah, it was a goofy movie, but a lot of it was fun.
Yeah, you also figured it out very fast, but usually
immediately in like the first 20, less than 20 minutes. I was like, here's the murder. This is what this is.
Yeah, I think that's what you do anyway now at this point.
I love a good murder mystery, so yeah, I love figuring it out.
Yeah, well, that's the news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Speaking of famed groundhog, Puxatawny Phil is now a dad of 2 babies.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, he's going crazy down there. We now know that Puxatawny Phil, the groundhog, who predicts whether an early spring will arrive each February 2nd, we know what he does the other 364 days. Pennsylvania group that handles Phil and his groundhog wife, Phyllis, says the couple have become parents. It appears that they are pleased to announce that he has...
I don't like that his wife's name is Phyllis. I don't like that.
Phil and Phyllis.
It's like, and his sister wife, Phyllis. Like, I don't like it. It's not good. I'd be like if I married someone named Jessica.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
I don't like it.
Yeah. And they named him those things.
Yes. They did it on purpose. Yeah, I hate that.
That is weird. We're pleased to announce that Puxatawny Phil has had his first children. We believe they are 2 baby groundhogs and that Phil and Phyllis have started a family. Wait, we believe?
I was about to say, we believe?
Oh, we believe their art. I was like, wait, what? Okay, that makes more sense.
We're not really sure what the animals are, but we believe they're baby groundhogs.
It's Thomas Dunkel said, president of a tuxedo-clad group called the Inner Circle that carries on the groundhog tradition each year. What the shit?
That sounds like a cult.
That's a cult.
That's a cult.
I like how they just casually mentioned that. It's like the tuxedo-clad group, the Inner Circle. Okay, hold on. The Inner Circle.
And here's the thing. It started as a fun, it's the Inner Circle. Get it? We all dress up in tuxedos and we pull the groundhog out and we determine whether there's going to be more winter. But I guarantee since that tradition started, someone's made it weird.
Oh, 100%.
If you want in the Inner Circle, you must first do these weird, bizarre things and then kill a man.
It's actually, if you go to groundhog.org/inner-circle, you can see the Inner Circle. And there's a lot of Inner Circle members. I would say one too many Inner Circle members. Because when I think of it, I'm like, okay, how many are there? 5, 6? There's what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 15, 16?
It's too many. It's although you can go to the Inner Circle's Groundhog Ball, that's pretty good.
That's true.
Yep. Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, sold out.
Tom Dunkel, he's the president. You've got Dan McGinley, the vice president. Jason Grusky's the secretary. The treasurer is Josh Farkas. Then you've got his handler, AJ Derrium. The Iceman, Butch Philibert. Okay, what is the Iceman?
Iceman, that dude kills enemies.
He definitely does. If anyone gets too close to the groundhog home,
send the Iceman.
They send him to the Iceman. He puts him in a freezer.
Also, all their names, the most Pennsylvania names I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah. They really are. Jeff Lundy is the fair weatherman. John Johnston? John Johnston?
That's the guy who named her Phyllis.
Oh, 100%. He looks like he would, too. He's the chief health man. Dave Gigliotti is the thunder conductor.
Dude, come on. They're just making stuff up so they can, this is like when the mob, that's Tuna the Fish. He's in construction.
Yeah, I construct.
That's Big Lips Maroon. He is a driver. Yeah, okay.
He's just I drive, I ain't saying nothing.
And that's the Iceman. We don't talk about what he does.
And neither does he. He's too cold to talk.
And so are all his victims. Clients.
Okay, Patrick Osakowitz is the Ozone.
Stop. You can't call man the Ozone.
Yeah, he's the Ozone. Jory Sarian is Daybreaker.
Now these are just call signs of X-Men.
Yeah. This is
Come to me, my X-Men. Ozone. Daybreaker.
Rob McCoy is Downpour.
They're literally X-Men.
Yeah, they're just becoming X-Men now. Patrick Cassaday is the head huntsman. Rob Gemmel is the storm builder.
Come on, man.
And Jay Lundy is Overcast.
My dad, if he heard these names, he'd be like, yeah, I love the Groundhog Club. Then he'd hear their code names and he'd be like, losers. And he'd never talk about it again.
And then Marcy Galando is the executive director.
Well, right, because she's the one. That's like when you look at the X-Men, it's like, I'm Storm, and I'm Wolverine, and I'm Cyclops. Oh, I'm Jean Grey. That's the same thing.
That's, yeah. They said we're pleased about it, and I talked to Phil with my cane, which lets me speak groundhogese, and Phil could not be more excited he started a family.
What's the over-under on them really believing that cane can speak to the groundhog?
I'd say at least over half of them believe it.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to say that it's cult-like now. No one's going to question it. They all know it doesn't really work, but no one's going to say otherwise.
Yeah, I think some of the higher-ups have done it so long, they really do believe it, though.
I talk to him every day.
Yeah, and then Downpour's just like, it doesn't really talk to him though, right? And everyone just looks at him. He's like, right? Like, we're not really talking to him. There's like Downpour.
Get Iceman over here.
Get Iceman over there. Handle him. Phil emerges from his burrow each year on February 2nd, blah, blah, blah. Phil and Phyllis live in climate-controlled quarters at the Puxtawney Memorial Library, but like most growing families, they now need larger digs. Club plans to move them to a larger home on the library grounds. Like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, Puxtawney Phil comes with his own mythology, including the claim that he will live forever due to imbibing some magic juice called the elixir of life. His wife is not allowed to partake of the elixir and thus is not immortal, where our groundhogs suffragettes when they are truly needed.
I don't like that he must live and watch all he loved die.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's what they set up here. He's a vampire.
He's like Wolverine.
Oh, shit, he is Wolverine.
He's Wolverine.
Whoa, dude. His healing factor is too strong.
And what about the kids? Will they someday inherit the responsibility of predicting whether there will be 6 more weeks of winter? Will they have to spend their lives waiting for Dad to shuffle off to that big burrow in the sky before they can inherit the throne?
But he won't, because he'll live forever. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Alas, no, Dunkel says, because their father is immortal. There will always be only one of him.
So dark. This is so messed up.
This shit's crazy.
But I didn't know that I needed to know the lore of something so silly, but it is dark.
I didn't either. Yeah, this is like, the people will read that and be like, yeah, it's fun, but like, yeah, this shit gets crazy. This is real dark. You think Tom Dunkel makes him drink the juice?
Yeah. It's like, we got a good thing going here. You're going to drink this. She's like, but what about my children? Can't you give them a drop? He's like, no.
He actually is talking to him with the cane. It's like, you're gonna.
That's why only he gets to talk to him with the cane. Because if people heard what he was saying, they'd be like, surely we could give his kids a drop. It's like, no, there's only enough for me and enough for this guy. That's it. I too shall live forever. Me, Dunkelman the Immortal.
Also, they have Cold Snap, Samuel Adams, the official beer of Groundhog Day.
Again, I like that the Sam Adams beer also has an X-Men name.
Yeah, that's it's very thematic.
It is.
And that is the news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Folks, it's not looking good for the monkeys again. We've already lost Monkey Monday. But now,
where is this going?
Monkey mayhem could soon be a thing of the past in Central Thai City.
Whoa. What does that mean?
Guess we'll find out. The wildlife officials laid out a plan on Wednesday to bring peace to a Central Thai city after at least a decade of human-monkey conflict. The macaques, they say it right? This says macaques.
Well, all right, the macaques. The macaques.
Macaques that roam Laburi are a symbol of local culture and a tourist draw. But after years of dangerous encounters with residents and visitors and several failed attempts to bring peace, local people and businesses have had enough. The monkeys frequently try to snatch food from humans, sometimes resulting in tussles that can leave people with scratches and other injuries. But outrage grew in March when a woman dislocated her knee after a monkey pulled her off her feet in an effort to grab food. And another man was knocked off a motorcycle by a hungry monkey.
What?
Yes.
No, please continue.
Authorities hope to round up some 2,500 urban monkeys and place them in a massive enclosure, said Athapal Charonishunza, the Director General of the Department of National Parks, Wildlife, and Plant Conservation. They'll work with wildlife experts to find a way for a limited number of monkeys to stay at liberty in the city. I don't want humans to have to hurt monkeys, and I don't want to have monkeys to have to hurt humans, he told reporters.
That last bit is a little much. Like, I don't want to have monkeys hurt humans, but I will.
An official monkey catching campaign was launched last week, prioritizing more aggressive alpha monkeys. It has it has got 37 monkeys so far, most of whom have been placed under the wildlife authorities in the neighboring province of Saraburi, while others were sent to the zoo. Officials said they plan to capture the rest of the monkeys once the enclosures are complete, especially in the residential areas. Several cages will be prepared for different troops of monkeys to prevent them from fighting. Athapol said he expects the first phase of the operation to start within weeks and believe the huge cages will be able to contain thousands of monkeys and will solve the problem very quickly.
I don't know that I like them just being like, the problem we solved when we throw monkeys in cages.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that I like that.
The monkeys are a symbol of the province, about 140 kilometers north of Bangkok, where the ancient Three Pagodas Temple celebrates an annual monkey buffet festival, and they're commonly seen throughout the city. They are classified as a protected species under Thailand's wildlife conservation law. Some have blamed the city's monkey troubles on tourists and residents feeding the animals, which they said drew monkeys into the city and boosted their numbers.
Okay. All right. I mean, it seems like they're blaming all that on the monkeys, though.
Yeah, when really it's the people.
Yeah, they're like, the tourists were the problem, so we're going to punish the monkeys.
Yeah, it should be like, hey, you gotta stop feeding them. Although you could say stop feeding them and people would be like, I'm gonna feed the monkey.
Well, that's what the cages are for. You feed the monkeys, you go to the cage. Those are the rules.
That would be a good rule. Yeah, you feed the monkey, you go to the cage.
You go to the cage. It sounds ominous. Feed the monkey, go to the cage. Oh, okay.
But, an earlier effort to limit feeding may have made things worse, some residents say. Local officials began threatening fines for feeding monkeys outside of a few designated areas around the main tourist attractions in recent years. But those feeding areas were dominated by a few troops of highly territorial monkeys, while rival bands grew hungry and turned to harassing humans in other areas.
I mean, like, I know it's nature and I know how nature works, but still, the concept of rival bands of monkeys is really funny to me.
It is pretty funny. It's, Athapol said people shouldn't see monkeys as villains, saying that authorities might have not been efficient enough in their work to control the population. That's the point. Now, that used to be like they'd go there to get the food. Now they're going there and they're like, give me the food, idiot. And they're like beating people up.
I kind of want to see that. I'm not going to lie.
I kind of do too. He said they're working in other areas of Thailand that are facing problems with monkeys, such as places I can't pronounce. He said 52 of the country's 77 provinces report frequent problems from monkeys. They should be studying the 25 that aren't. Figure it out. So yeah, monkey mayhem coming to an end.
Damn. You know what? Probably for the best. Let's be real. Probably for the best.
Yeah, but Monkey Monday should come back.
No, agreed.
Yeah. That too was ruined by people. Unbelievable. That's your big news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Florida man pops open beer during police encounter because it was cold and he wanted to drink it.
I mean, the man knows what's up, I guess.
Many believe it's a crime to let a beer warm up, and one Florida man wasn't taking any chances, even as police surrounded him with guns drawn. Brett McPeak, 32, found himself behind bars on multiple charges after he began firing shots near Port Orange police officers following a fight he had with a neighbor. Before his arrest, though, he shared his desire to crack open a beer. According to the Port Orange Police Department, on Tuesday night, officers responded to a neighborhood after McPeak and his neighbor got into a disturbance, and one threatened the other with a gun. While officers were collecting information about what happened from the neighbor, McPeak exited his home and fired multiple shots in the area of the officers, the victim, and the other neighbors who were outside at the time. The shots could be heard on the body camera video. Officers were then seen moving in where they heard shots fired and found McPeak outside his home. "Stay right there," a police officer could be heard telling McPeak with guns drawn. He said, quote, I'm cracking this beer, okay? I'm not going to bother you. The beer is cold.
I'm cracking this beer.
This beer is cold, sir, and I want to drink it. McPeak did not have the gun on him at the time of the arrest, but officers found 2 handguns, one being a revolver and a spent shell casing after executing a search warrant for the property. He was arrested and booked into the county jail on charges of aggravated assault with a firearm and using a firearm while under the influence of alcohol. He was later released after posting bail.
I mean, you know what? I can't hate the man. He's true to himself. There are not many people like that in the world anymore.
Yep. It's true. There's not many people like that. Not many people willing
Probably
to
for good reason. Probably,
crack open a beer while you're talking to the cops surrounded by guns.
Yeah. You know what? He was unfazed. He was like, you know what? No, not today, Satan. I'm going to drink my beer. I'm going to be calm about this. The fact that the cops let him says a lot.
It's like, oh, it is cold.
Yeah.
That was
like,
a
well,
warm
we don't
beer?
want it to get warm.
Yeah, you don't want that warm beer. That's a classic Florida man. And that's your big news story of the day.
Oh, right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Not a lot of big news happening for some reason, but I did find a Florida man.
Go on. I like a Florida man.
Florida basketball coach accused of using player funds for OnlyFans content vacations.
What?
Yeah. A Central Florida basketball coach is in legal trouble after allegations surfaced that he misappropriated funds from his players for personal use, including subscriptions to OnlyFans. Additionally, Roderick Wilmot reportedly diverted money intended for his players' expenses towards vacations and gambling rather than fulfilling his obligations as their coach. Wilmot,
Yeah, all right. I mean, like, first off, get him out of there, but also, how much did he spend on OnlyFans? Like, it seems like a lot to be just...
yeah. I
feel like if people are going to embezzle money, you know what? Never mind. This is stupid. I was about to say, I feel like if people are going to embezzle money, they should spend it on other things. But I realize it's the reverse. They're already spending it on other things,
right.
And they need the money to keep that habit going, so they go to crazy lengths to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, what the? Wilmot, who runs Mott Sports Academy, a prominent basketball program in Orlando, faces multiple charges, including schemes to defraud. According to the county sheriff's office, an investigation revealed that Wilmot rented vacation homes for his basketball program without paying for the players' accommodations, accumulating debts exceeding $19,000.
Jeez.
Similar incidents occurred at Westgate Resorts, where Wilmot allegedly failed to settle a balance of over $7,000. Investigators disclosed that Wilmot solicited thousands of dollars monthly from parents under the guise of tuition, depositing substantial amounts into his personal bank account. Financial records indicate these funds were used for personal indulgences rather than benefiting the players. They received a tip, and Wilmot said he was wrongfully detained but did not explain why. He did not answer questions. Neither the coaching staff, parents, nor players associated with the program have offered comments, and that's pretty much it.
Maybe Crendor, he just wanted to help those girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched any. Honestly, I wouldn't blame you. Mm-hmm. But if you watched any of the recent Scary Game Squad, our dear friend Alex Fasciani said, and I quote, "Some people just want to give money to girls on OnlyFans. They're not really trying to watch." And I would like you to know, I am not buying that for a minute. And anytime anyone tries to tell that to me, like, some people just like to support people. No. No. That's not how that works at all.
There's plenty of, like, people out, you know, with, like, good causes you can support.
Yeah. Like, I like her personality, and I just want to support her. Like, yeah, okay, sure, pal. Sure you do.
Hey, come support me on my stream if you want.
Yeah.
You know, plenty of ways.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give you anything in return. Just support me, please.
It's that. It's like that story I remember you told where you were working. You knew some girl, and some guy kept buying her pizza, and then you were like,
"Yes."
She was like, "I don't know if he likes me," and you were like, "Nobody buys me pizza."
Exactly. It's true. Every day he'd show up at lunch with a slice of pizza for her. And I was like, nobody, he's literally just too afraid to ask you out. Either turn him down now so he can save his damn money, or go out with the guy. Like, either way, this man is just trying to woo you in the politest way he knows how, and he just can't pull the trigger. Just please end his misery one way or another. She was like, no, he's just a friend. I was like, no friend has ever just bought me pizza.
Yeah, can you imagine? You just like ask Alex, like, yo, man, can you buy me pizza every day? He'd be like, buy your own pizza, dude.
Like, every single day, if you just stop by my place of work and just bring me a slice of pizza, that'd be cool. He's like, I got stuff to do. And I'd be like, yeah, exactly.
Also, keep hearing of like, oh, there's like so many OnlyFans people. They like hire people to work for them. Like, they hire some guy to like respond to their chats for like, I don't know how much they're paying him, but it's just some dude being like, hey, baby, how you doing? To like all the guys
honestly,
giving him money.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
And it isn't even like a scummy thing. If I was putting on an OnlyFans show, and my whole job was like putting on the sexiest like strip sex tease thing that I could do, I wouldn't have time to answer all your damn messages because you'd be all horned up. So I just pay someone to respond, even in real time. They'd be in chat like, "Hey, baby," like I wouldn't care. Yeah, it's like I got a job. I'm doing a job. Like, yeah, I have no problem with that. OnlyFans your life up. I don't care.
It's the same with all the other things, like TikTok, all these instant. Like, people are always like, "Yo, this thing must be real." I'm like, I don't trust anything. To me, everything's fake. You're talking to a fake person. You're listening to a fake thing. The situation, like, everything's fake until proven otherwise, in my mind. So that's why these people, they're like, yeah, I'm talking to this girl, and I think it's going well. It's real. They're just talking to like some guy playing WoW, getting paid like $20 an hour to answer all these messages.
Dude, years ago, oh my God, I'll never forget this. Years ago, I got an email, and in the email was like a genuinely like photos of like a genuinely gorgeous woman, but they looked like they were shot on a phone from like 1980, like not even a phone. Right. Like it looked like from like an old ass camera, and she was just like trying to flirt via email, and I was like, trash, delete. Right? I was like, this is a scam. Right?
Yeah.
I'm at it. I'm years later. I see this girl like a thing, and she's like, "Oh, that was me," and I was like, "What? How would I ever have What you sent me seemed like a scam, and I deleted it, and I assume everything is a scam. Yeah. Even on my phone, if someone calls me, if I don't recognize your number, I just don't pick up because I assume everything is a scam or is some bullshit thing. She's like, no, that was me. I was trying to get your attention. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, I'm married now. I was like, oh, okay. Like, cool. But it was a very bizarre thing. I was like, I mean, yeah, sorry. If you just send me a weird message like, hey, baby. Even, honest to God, even in real life, if we're at a restaurant and a woman comes up to me and is like, hey there, I'm immediately shields up like, what's she want? What is it? Am I being sold something? What's going on here?
Yeah. That's most of the time.
I don't trust nobody.
The extreme vast majority of the time, somebody does want something. 100%.
Sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. So I'm like, not today, Satan. Like, shields up. Let's go.
That's like how anytime somebody you haven't talked to in forever reaches out, usually there's like sometimes like, hey, we haven't talked in a while, let's get together. Hey, guy, you're like, cool. But then there's some people like, yo, how you doing? So I know you're on YouTube. You like help me grow my channel. Like, it's that type of thing.
I must stress, I'm not going to name any names, but at a certain point, an ex of mine reached out and was like, hey, I'm streaming now. And I was like, cool. I was like, I know what you're going to ask. And no, I will not help you.
Yeah. It's like, it's one thing if it's like somebody you talk to all the time and it's like whatever, but it's like somebody appears from the shadows after years like, yo, you want to help me out?
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like I can never say anything because there's so many friends I have in my life that just because of my ADHD and me just like getting caught up in the day, I will not talk to them for like a year. And then out of the blue be like, hey, just checking in to see how you're doing. And they're like, I haven't talked to you forever. I'm like, yeah, that's my fault. Like, sorry.
Yeah, but you're
I'm very bad at this.
Genuinely checking in. You're not like,
I don't want anything.
I'm just like $800 I could borrow. I lost gambling. Oh yeah.
It's, and again, as we've established, I have the look apparently of a person who will give you money at any point in time. The amount of people who come up to me randomly who are like, "Hey man, can I have $5?" I'm like, $5?
And this
the hell? Like, what do you could have started with like $1, but you went straight to $5? Do I look like the $5 man? Yeah.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are the $5 man.
Yeah, there was a $1 menu. Now it's a $5 menu. No, I get it.
You're just standing there with your wallet, and everyone's like, "It's the $5 man." Like running up to you. You saying
the $5 man can. Who can buy a Big Mac?
I don't even know if they can buy a Big Mac, actually.
True.
Yeah.
Big true.
That's probably at least 10 for just the sandwich.
Dude, yeah, I was at In-N-Out the other day, and a normal cheeseburger is like $6 now, and I was like, man, everything's going up. Even poor In-N-Out.
Yeah.
They're the cheapest one around.
Yeah, that sucks. That's your news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. I actually have two smaller ones.
Okay, I just want to say, I don't know if this is one of them, but all week, people were sending me a photo. I have no actual evidence of an article. They sent me a photo of, like, some bear, like, this bear goes around, bang, he's the father of, like, every bear in the forest. And I was like, whoa!
I did not see that article.
Yeah, I don't, but it was just an image of the article, but no actual article, so I have no idea how, I was like, I looked for it, and I couldn't find it.
Who knows? I mean, that bear may have made it and take it all down. Well,
he was like, you can't do this to me.
I know people. So, first up, we have 706 Kyles gathered in Kyle, Texas to try and beat the Guinness World Record.
Let me ask you an important question.
Yeah.
Do you think Kyle, Texas counts as a Kyle?
That's a good question. I would say no.
You're probably right. I just figured you could probably get away with adding just one.
You probably could. How many people named Kyle can fit in one place? For one Texas city, not enough. I mean, there probably is a point where you'd say it's enough. Another attempt by the city of Kyle, Texas, to break the world record for the largest gathering of people with one name fell short Saturday despite 706 Kyles of all ages turning up at the park in the suburbs of Austin. According to the Guinness World Record, the crown is currently held by a Bosnia town that brought together 2,325 people named Ivan.
That number seems small to me.
Really?
I would imagine there's a lot of Ivans in the area.
I mean, sure. But that seems like a lot of Ivans deciding to go gather at this place in Bosnia.
Well, I mean, what else are Ivans going to do?
I don't know.
Ivans like to gather, dude. That's a known fact. Ivans like to find other Ivans.
Oh, shit, he's right. I've always heard that.
That's people just know you know that.
It's not the first time the Kyles have come gunning for the Ivans. Last year, the official count. What a sentence. Last year, the official count at what has become known as the Gathering of the Kyles clocked in at 1,490. So wait, they lost half their Kyles?
I feel like they were like, we've done enough.
Yeah, they were probably, you know what, I went last the other year, I'm not going again.
It was all right. We're not as cool as the Ivans. Like, the Ivans know how to party. The Kyles, a lot of, like, book reading.
Yeah.
Complaining about the weather.
Yep.
Drinking beer, but, like, only shotgunning it.
I was going to say only, like, fancy beers.
Oh, yeah. They're shotgunning, like, craft-made beer that they brought.
All right, there you go.
I brought this from home.
Maybe that's what it was. They were too busy at home brewing new beer. They forgot.
Oh, I contaminated my entire supply.
Kyle.
We're going to need a message from a Kyle that's like, guys.
I only do that a couple times a year. Kyle is not a chart topper among popular names in the U.S. According to the Social Security Administration, which annually tracks names, the most recent data showed Kyle ranks 416th among male names. By comparison, Ivan ranked 153rd.
Huh. Again, Ivan seems... is that just in the U.S., though?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now imagine that, but overseas.
Oh, yeah, that's
especially
like number
in
10.
like Europe. Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, no, Ivan's got to be top 10 over there. Maybe 20.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I'm
All
getting
right.
an answer.
Yeah, get the answer. We got to know.
Ivan is the most common name in Bulgaria and Croatia.
Oh, there you go.
It's also, the name is common among, Slovenia, Russians, Ukrainians, Bulgarians, Belarusians, Macedonians, Serbians, Bosnians, Montenegrins, this whole, it's a popular name.
Yeah. So there you go. The Kyle's lost. But the other story. All right. We got a Florida man. But for once, I think I'm siding with Florida man.
You know what? I've sided with Florida man many times before, so I'm ready for this.
Florida man allegedly hurls pasta at driver during road rage incident.
I need to hear the road rage first before I side on this.
A road rage incident took a saucy turn when a Florida man got fed up with glaring headlights and allegedly resorted to flinging pasta with sauce at another driver, striking him through his open window.
You know what? First off, I immediately understand why you side with him.
Yep.
And second off, the question was, the guy in the car with the headlights driving? Because it could be dangerous to throw that at him if he's driving. But if he was parked, I'm all for it. Toss away.
I don't know. Nolan Goins was arrested, 46, with battery after the food fight that took place on Park Street near Bay Pines Boulevard in St. Petersburg around 9 p.m. The road rage incident stemmed from glaring headlights, according to the affidavit. Goins allegedly chucked pasta with sauce through his passenger window, and it hit a man who was driving. He escaped the pasta attack unscathed and without injuries, though probably a bit sauce-stained on his body. Goins was later found with the same food stains on the right sleeve of his shirt. He was taken into custody, but has since been released on a $1,000 bond.
It's the least messed up story we've had from Florida in a while.
It is. It really is.
That's good.
Yeah. You know, he could have had road rage. He could have had a gun. He could have had some crazy shit. But you know what? He had pasta. He's like, take this pasta, you headlight bastard, and he just chucked it over there. And he was like, hey, you got sauce on me.
You know what I've realized? That whole buy pasta, take home pasta thing from Olive Garden really is just providing people with ammo. You get pasta and then they give you a whole other meal to take home. Yeah. That's car ammo right there.
That is car ammo. Especially in Florida. That's where they got to watch out the most. But yeah, listen, his headlights probably were too bright. That's also a dangerous road thing. Turn your headlights down. Get some better ones that don't hurt other people's eyes. And you should probably also close your windows when you're driving if you're that person.
Yep. Yeah, I imagine he rolled down the window to yell. If they were having an actual argument.
Yeah.
Right?
They probably were. Yeah, he's probably like, roll the window down. He's like, hey, asshole. And then he's like, hey, and then he threw the pasta. If I had to guess how it went down. So, you know what? I don't know. That's the big news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. We got more monkey news.
This is what I'm here for. Okay.
Thai town launches plan to lock up marauding monkeys and send them away.
Oh no, they're going to deport the monkeys?
They're going to deport the monkeys. I feel like some other town.
Like this.
I feel like some other town was doing this as well. Maybe it was a
We
similar
also know
town.
that in Japan they had ladies with guns shooting monkeys.
Yeah. A Thai town run ragged by its ever-growing population of marauding wild monkeys launched an offensive against the simian raiders on Friday using trickery and ripe tropical fruit.
The Simian Raiders sounds like a football team.
It does. Several high-profile cases of monkey-human conflict recently convinced authorities
Planet of the Apes style!
that they had to reduce the animals' numbers. If all goes well, most will end up behind bars before starting new life elsewhere.
Where are they going to put the monkey? In prison? In monkey prison?
That's what they say. Dude, I swear, one other town, I don't know if it's Thailand, but we did a story. It was like similar to this. I think the monkeys are just taking over.
It's like the killer whales. Are animals finally tired of our shit? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
The first stage of the plan, instituted Friday, is to bait cages with the animals' favorite food, then wait for hunger to get the better of their natural caution. There's early success for the catchers on the one street, with 3 of the monkeys falling for the ruse and ending up trapped because they had fancied a taste of rambutan fruit. The cages had been placed on the street earlier in the week, so the monkeys got used to them and found them less threatening. There are thought to be 2,500 monkeys around the town. The effort will go on for 5 days this month and is likely to be repeated. Some of the monkeys will be left free to maintain Lopburi's image as Thailand's monkey town. I think maybe we did a story about this, but they hadn't started capturing them yet, and now they're capturing them. With monkeys' intelligence. If some of them go into the cage and are caught, others outside won't enter to get the food because they've learned what happened to their friends.
Damn, dude.
The roaming monkeys have been long a symbol of the town, north of Bangkok, and are a major tourist draw. They've become increasingly aggressive, however, with several videos of them snatching food from residents and causing injuries. One auto part shop now trades from behind wire?
Wait. What do the monkeys need with auto parts?
I don't know.
What? Of all the things.
Yeah, why are they going after
like
the
a grocery
mechanics?
store or a fruit stand or whatever, but auto parts?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just like, no, can't let the monkeys near here.
I mean, I get it. That's why AutoZone is so heavily fortified.
Yeah, no, it's
Pet Boys. It's like Pet Boys, not Pet Monkeys, dude.
Yeah, those monkeys will go there. The owners erected it at the time of the coronavirus pandemic, but keeping out the light-fingered primates was also a prime concern. They say they've adapted to the monkey problem, but not everyone has. Quote, when there are a lot of monkeys around, customers are afraid of buying the goods at our shop. Only our regulars aren't frightened. The town mayor, Cameron Salacheap, agrees that the monkeys, while bringing in visitors, have also become bad for trade, with shops and malls seeing a drop in income and even people's homes damaged. Lopburi, he said, is almost an abandoned town. After our operation's over, I'll do a big cleaning across the town and paint all the buildings to regain the faith of the people. These may seem like grim times for monkeys in Lopburi, but there's a plan to give them a fresh start.
Sure there is.
On Friday, authorities began sedating them to carry out health checks before cleaning and sterilizing them and inking them with tattoos so they can be identified to keep accurate records.
They're tattooing monkeys?
They're tattooing monkeys.
So wait, they're spending money to tattoo monkeys
Yeah.
and to imprison monkeys and
Yeah.
to repaint a town that is known for monkeys,
Yeah.
and everyone is just fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, they'll transfer them to a series of huge holding pens just outside the town center while looking for a permanent home.
Monkey deportation.
Yep.
Who knew it would get so bad?
Yeah, who knew?
The monkeys, they planned it, of course.
Oh, 100%. They knew. Those monkeys, just like Planet of the Apes. You're right.
Yeah, they're too smart now.
Yeah, they're too smart.
Now they're not falling for the traps either? Damn, dude.
Yeah. First, they don't fall for the traps. Next, they take over the world.
That's it.
Monkeys.
Then we're done.
Yeah, it's over.
Then we're replaced by ape.
Yep, we're worried about AI. We should be worried about ape eye. Yeah. Don't die from laughter.
That's how you end a podcast right there.
Yeah, don't die from laughter there. It's I know you might. Yeah, that's just wrap it up.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Man with suspended driver's license dials into court hearing while driving.
Wow, I have so many questions. Okay, yeah, no, hit me.
All right. Michigan man. Whoa. Michigan man Corey Harris probably thought he was doing the right thing when he dialed into a court Zoom call for his case about driving on a suspended license. The problem was he joined the May 15th call while driving a vehicle, something that isn't allowed when a driver's license is suspended. The whole bizarre story began with Harris's public defender announcing to Ann Arbor courtroom that her client should be present via Zoom. When he joined the call, something about him caught the eye of the judge, Cedric Simpson. Not only was there a seatbelt across the defendant's body, but he was in a moving vehicle. Simpson asked if Harris was behind the wheel of a car, and the defendant told the court, "Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So give me 1 second. I'm parking right now." Harris's lawyer then requested an adjournment for a few weeks. However, the judge needed clarity on a key point in the case. Quote, "Okay, so maybe I don't understand something," Simpson said. "This is a driving while license suspended case, and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license." The public defender initially replied, "Those are the charges, Your Honor," but eventually agreed, "That is correct." Quote, "I don't even know why he would do that," Simpson said before revoking Harris's bond and ordering him to turn himself in at the county jail by that evening.
It feels audacious. Like, the man, I mean, I guess some people don't care, I guess.
Yeah. You would think he'd not do that. You'd think like, oh man, I shouldn't be driving.
One would think.
This guy didn't think. He's just like, I gotta go to my doctor.
Do you think? I mean, I feel like maybe he was like, look, I gotta do both these things, and I'll kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, he could have did that, but you would think that he would have just waited to get into the doctor's office. I guess maybe if he didn't answer the court call, then it would have been worse. But he could have been like, hold on, my signal's bad or something, and then there's probably a lot of things. He could have just rescheduled the doctor appointment.
I mean, you would think, but I guess not.
I don't know. Granted, some of those doctor's appointments, you gotta wait like 3 months to see somebody.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe he's like, can't do that. You know? But now it's probably worse.
I'm genuinely blown away by this.
Yeah. No, that's pretty crazy. There's got to be some other crazy backstory behind it. Nobody asked the investigative questions again.
Yeah, I feel like this one, though, I get. Like, he did the thing he was accused of while showing up to court for the thing he was doing.
Right.
So it all checks out. I mean, like, I have no questions. It'd be like, man caught on meth while dealing meth is arrested for meth use and dealing. Like, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, but I just want to know why he did it. That's my thing.
Some men just want to watch the world burn, Crendor.
It's not burning anything. He's just driving without a license.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't get it, but you're not wrong.
Well, that's your big news story of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you what might be the greatest news story in the world, because it's news to us.
Okay.
For years, Crendor and I have talked about this for some time, and how we should, and how we wished someone out there would give us the chance. I want to tell you about an email I got this week.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Mr. Jesse Cox, good evening. My name is Tanner, not going to say the last name. I've been an avid fan of your and Crendor's work since 2012. I'm reaching out to share an exciting opportunity that I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeking sponsorships for our senior men's field lacrosse team, the Tommy Guns Lacrosse Club, based in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. As one of 6 teams in the province, we are striving to become professional champions for a second consecutive years. They're already winners, dude. They're already winners. We have long envisioned the possibility of you and Crendor providing commentary over recordings of our games and featuring your logos on our equipment. It continues on, but there's a whole thing here that goes into details of the sponsorships. They had a perfect 12-0 record last season.
Damn.
This is the team we should back, Crendor.
Oh, 100%.
Saskatchewan Field Lacrosse League has 3 divisions, north, east, south. They travel around. They go to host cities like Prince Albert and Saskatoon or Sturgis or like all sorts of places, culminating in playoffs. And they are looking for corporate sponsors. Now they could get many sponsors that are probably like, come on down to Philly's Tacos. No. I want Cox and Crendor emblazoned on their logos. I want people to wonder who they are. Like, who are these people? Who's Cox and who now? I want that. I say we invest Cox and Crendor money into this project.
I mean, this truly is a top tier opportunity. I've looked up Saskatchewan. I don't even know if it's this league, or wait, I don't think it'd be this league. How many leagues are there?
This is the Saskatchewan Field Lacrosse League.
Okay, I am at the right place. Okay, here we are.
I'm looking at a photo of the team. All these dudes look like bros, like strong bros, who probably, they probably drink 2-3 beer.
Definitely 2-3 beer. I see. Are they the Moose Jaw Tommy Guns?
Yes.
Yeah, I see. They're 8-0, and then Sturgis 9-1-1, Prince Albert Prairie Dogs, Regina Southern Comfort, Saskatoon Plainsmen, and the Yorkton Olden Knights. Which
their new season starts in August. I feel like it is our responsibility to help them get to the end.
By the way, the Yorkton Olden Knights are the Golden Knights logo from the NHL, but it says Olden instead of Golden.
That's perfect for us. We can put our logo on. We should buy the whole franchise. We put us on the logo for the entire league. Cox and Crendor present.
The Moose Jaw Tommy Guns.
I'm telling you, I want this. I want this more than you know.
I mean, I feel like we have to.
No one has ever taken us up on our offer. This is the first time.
It's true. This really is the first time in over
No
a
one's
decade.
ever said, Jesse, we want it. We want you to sponsor. I was thinking kids little league. I wasn't thinking this level. This is where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, do they have their games on the YouTube, or is it like their own place?
I don't know. I have no clue. But part of me thinks this is what we need now. Plus, this would sponsorship opportunities. They're 2023 provincial champion outfits. So they're coming back. They're looking great, and then our names are just beyond that. Hold on.
Okay.
Tanner, Crendor and I need jerseys sent to us. If we invest in this opportunity, we need jerseys sent to us.
100%.
So that we can pretend like we're a part of the team and we can have our name on that shit. I'd hang that up in my apartment.
If it didn't
proudly
get stolen,
display
that
it.
Is.
Right. Until it's stolen.
Somebody steals it. They're like, oh boy, what'd I get this time? Like, what? Saskatchewan lacrosse jersey?
They don't know how valuable it is. Yeah, it's the most valuable thing. I am 100% in. This is. I want this to happen so badly.
This is pretty great. I mainly just want to commentate over a game.
I knew you would. That's why I was like, oh, we have to do this. I want Crendor to comment. I want to be a part of your commentary.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
100%.
what I would add to it, but I just think you doing it would be one of the funniest things in the world.
Yeah. Well, you'd be like the color commentator.
That's right, Phil. They certainly are number one in our hearts.
That's right. Now back to the field, where I actually don't know anything about field lacrosse. I'd have to like watch and
That's the best part. We have no actual knowledge of lacrosse.
Yeah, none at all. Well, I've like seen some lacrosse, but I don't know anything about it.
That's why I want this.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty great.
All right, good. All right. Expect an email This is happening. This is happening. If you approach us with great branding opportunities like this, we're in.
Oh, yeah.
We don't
100%.
want none of that, like, normal stuff. We want to be on your sports team that is limited to just one region of Canada is what we want.
Yeah, and very, very localized.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Abraham Lincoln wax statue's head melts off.
I think I saw it because it was so hot.
Yeah. That guy's hot. Honest Abe was no match for a DC heat wave. A 6-foot-tall wax replica of the 16th president, created by artist Sandy Williams IV, was installed in February on the Northwest Washington in Northwest Washington? What? Whatever. Although Williams told New York Magazine that the public art piece was always meant to melt, it was installed under shady trees so it could survive the summer. But thanks to the temperature topping 100 degrees over the weekend, Lincoln's head got a little too gooey for comfort, so it was removed and stored for safekeeping with plans to reattach it on Tuesday.
I don't like that. The irony is too much. That Lincoln's head is the thing that... No, I don't like it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
It's also weird that it was intended to melt. Like, we always knew it would melt. Like, that's a weird thing to... I would feel weird if someone was like, Jesse, we made a wax sculpture of you. Its intent is to melt. I'd be like, what is the message here?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's... So what's going to happen? It just melts in the big puddle, and it's like, yep, that's where he used to be.
Yeah,
now he's
that's it. Okay.
All right. Like, there's got to be, in the year 2024, there's got to be, like, some super wax or something that can resist, like, higher temperatures.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's like, oh, this wax doesn't melt until it's, like, 200 degrees. Like, I don't know. This is the second Lincoln candle Williams has crafted. The first one had 100 wicks, which were meant to be lit, just not all at once, Williams told New York Magazine. Is installed at the same location in September 2023, but was melted by some wily local residents before its unveiling. Of course it was. How did they not even, like, have...
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's just bad foresight. Of course, that's like those people that sent a robot around the U.S., and then just a bunch of people beat the shit out of the robot. Like,
yeah.
Do you not know what's going... Like, yeah, this is the United States of America. If there's some shit to break, we'll break it just to do it.
Please don't hurt me.
How did you get for coming into this town, robot?
Yeah, you're not even real.
Your emotions are fake. You used to manipulate us. Don't worry. We'll make sure you never have those again. Get out of here, robot.
Yeah, just like Wax Lincoln.
We took care of him real good. They said don't light all those wicks at once, but we did every single one.
How did nobody even see that happening? It's like they lit the Lincoln wax thing up. It's like just a giant flame going into the air.
Especially if they were like, before we revealed it to the public, you didn't have security on that thing. You just put it out there. We're like, tomorrow morning, we're going to blow everyone's mind. And they get there like, oh, man.
Yeah, or like, a fence. I feel like a fence wouldn't be that expensive. Just like aged-in fence, like they put dumpsters in.
Turns out people still gunning for Lincoln. After all these years, like, a new Lincoln, we're taking him out. Like, damn, okay.
People found the sculpture without any sort of prompt, Williams told New York Magazine. They just noticed it had wicks, then lit all the wicks and left it melting for days. For days!
I'm just blown away that like they no plans were made. They just put it out there and then we're like, oh, they ruined it. Like, you didn't think that would happen? The first thing I would think of if you put something in the public is who's going to ruin this and in what way?
Oh, yeah. And especially if it's got, like, wicks that you can light, somebody's going to be like, I got to light that.
Yeah.
100%.
I've lived in big cities enough to know if you have a wall, someone's going to spray paint that wall. Same thing with everything. You're like, it's just what's going to happen.
Yeah. So when we came back, it was already melted and headless. Even before Wax Lincoln #2's head melted off, The statue began to droop backwards, making it appear like the former president was exhausted and slouching back in his seat. And then
I've had a rough couple of years.
Then it just shows a bunch of people tweeting about it and the pictures of it. Williams said that the piece was initially intended to draw attention to the Civil War era and its aftermath. For this work, we chose Garrison Elementary School because it sits on top of Camp Barker, which was a Civil War era freedmen's community that we often don't learn about. I think we learned this history that Lincoln freed the slaves, but we aren't taught what happened to the early freed communities, the injustices of that period of Reconstruction, and the concept of reparations. But the artist was also open to wherever people take their interpretations of the piece, because that is what public art is all about. Quote, my methodology around the work is that I put love into making these projects and present them as sort of a gift to the community. I'm hands off on the authorship of its form or reading. I thought one comment was like, this is me after I get home from work. This is me in my Zoom meeting. And I think it's funny the way an image can be so viral and have so many different meme interpretations.
Conceptually, sure. I understand where you're coming from. But in reality, you just made a wax Lincoln that people are just going to, like, ruin.
Yeah. It's like I'm just trying to, really talk about history here or whatever, and people are like, this is me when I have a beer and I gotta relax. This
is me after a long day of work. Look at that guy. He's just like me, for real, for real.
Which really just kind of encapsulates the human experience and the human mind.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's the big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. This one I had to bring up because of how random it was when I saw it.
Okay.
Will Smith reveals scary reason for early checkout from London hotel.
Is it ghosts? Oh, God, I hope it's ghosts.
It says the actor said he had an encounter with an apparition at the hotel.
Yes. I am here for this.
Will Smith recently claimed...
Wait, did he punch it and say, like, welcome to Earth?
And he's like, don't you ever talk to my wife again.
Slap. The ghost is like, I just asked her if she was scared. I was trying my hardest.
Will Smith is just... Will Smith, Ghostbuster. Will Smith recently claimed he once had a spooky encounter with a ghost at a London hotel. In an appearance on The Tonight Show, the actor described what led up to an emergency checkout while playing a game of True Confessions with his Bad Boys Ride or Die co-star Martin Lawrence. This was probably 27 years ago, he said. The ghost urinated in my friend's toilet and cleared all of his messages from his phone.
What? Why would a ghost do that?
I don't know. Smith.
Do you think he just did that to cover for himself?
Maybe he did. That's oddly specific for a ghost to do. Plus, I don't think ghosts can urinate.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what if he just did it?
He might have. He said, let's see, there might be more information. Smith then revealed that his encounter with the apparition occurred at the Lanesborough, a 5-star hotel near London's Hyde Park that has welcomed guests like Cher, Mariah Carey, Sylvester Stallone, and George H.W. Bush. We didn't hear it talk, so we assumed it was British, but it was scary enough for us to check out of our hotel.
We assumed it was British. It's such a great line. We didn't hear it talk. We just assumed it was British. That's really funny.
When asked if he believes in ghosts, he said, I believe there are things you don't understand.
I mean, that's true. I believe that too, Will. Yeah. I believe that too. There's some things I just don't understand.
Yeah. And that's it.
I actually kind of... for some reason, of all the celebrities I want to see a ghost, Will Smith is up there. I don't know why. For some reason, Will Smith is up there.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that, I don't know, of all the things for a ghost to do, those just seem like really random things.
How long ago was this?
He said it was 27 years ago.
I feel like he was high and drunk at the time.
Yeah,
27 years ago? That's 90s Will Smith. That's the peak of his career.
Yeah, that's late 90s Will Smith.
Yeah, I mean, like, the man could do no wrong.
Yeah,
and I know for a fact he was celebrating like crazy. So there's no way he wasn't on drugs. Although maybe he's clean living. And maybe it really was a ghost. I don't know. I don't want to besmirch 90. Like, modern day Will Smith, besmirch away. 90s Will Smith? You do not talk shit about 90s Will Smith. 90s Will Smith was killing it.
I did Google, did Will Smith do drugs? And it says, Will Smith says he hallucinated about his money and career being destroyed.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that, like, never mind. That checks out.
Wait, it says... Smith said that the substance had started his spiritual journey after going from never trying drugs before to taking ayahuasca 14 times in 2 years.
Oh, my God.
But this feels like it was more recent if he said, because ayahuasca is the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, but it hasn't been around, like, ayahuasca's been around a while, dude.
Yeah.
It isn't like a thing that, like, just popped up on the scene.
Yeah, that's true. Although he said he went from never doing drugs. I feel like he's lying there. He's definitely probably done some drugs.
You're telling me DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince weren't high making songs? False. I don't believe that. Maybe he meant like I started doing drugs and then I went on a drug thing in like 1992 maybe.
Yeah. Or he probably doesn't count like weed or like drinking as drugs. Just like he means like the hard drugs.
When did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air come out? 1990. All right, so he was doing drugs way before 1990. I refuse to accept that he was like, no, man, no, I can't believe that.
Yeah. I don't know. So, honestly, my guess is, he probably was doing something, and then they were just like, oh, shit, did the ghost pee in the toilet or something? And then they're like, I don't remember doing it. And there's like, oh, shit. But they actually did. And they're just, that's got to be it.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. And then deleted all messages from his phone. Like, I don't know. You could probably accidentally do that.
I don't know that a ghost did that. But if a ghost did do that, that ghost, for being old and British, knows what's up.
Yeah. Also,
I shall mess with thine phone, old sport.
Also, these are late 90s phones. We're not talking like your iPhone. Like, these are straight up, like, is this an answering machine? That
like man went in there and typed, like, 111 311. Like, he did, like, he had a whole system.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know about that. That's, I don't believe it.
Let's talk
news.
Big news story of the day.
Yeah,
this man definitely prepared.
Dude, these news stories suck.
You got no news?
There's like no news. There's no like funny news. There should be more like. There's always news.
Yeah, no, there's always news.
Here, you want to read this?
No, we don't want to read that. What is that? Freebird? No. What is it? Come here. What is it?
It's not anthrax like last time,
Yep, great.
I was sick for so long. What is this?
Take a look.
Is this an update? Oh, it's an update! For those of you who were at the last live show or heard the audio version, we got the single best thing we've ever gotten, which is a play-by-play of every single weather report we've ever done. With all, like, even down to, like, how many times we said the moon phase for the weather report. We have an update with graph.
It is genuinely impressive.
And for some reason, continuing, waxing gibbous and waxing crescent continue to be the big ones. Waning gibbous, my favorite, is also there. The least new moon.
Damn.
Actually, new
actually
moon
make
is
sense.
tied with waning crescent.
I feel like I say waning crescent a lot.
Not enough, clearly.
Kind of last year, at least.
I typed in funny news, and some of these are not funny. Literally under funny news, it's like his brother was found dead. All right.
That's found by two men in the woods.
Oh, here we go. Some
was crazy. I
Boston
poked him.
some Boston subway trains have googly eyes. There's like 3 under the dead guy.
I feel like this isn't going to be good. You're about to tell us that some dude put googly eyes on a train.
Yeah.
And I have to be here and be like, wow, that's so clever.
Subway riders in Boston are playing their own game of Where's Waldo, but instead of searching for a cartoon character with a red and white striped top, they're on the lookout for subway trains with googly eye decals attached to the front. The head of transit service said the whimsical decals are attached to a handful of trains and are meant to bring smiles to riders' faces. Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority General Manager and CEO Philip Eng said a small group of what he described as transit enthusiasts approached the agency with the unusual request to install the eyes on the trains. The group even dropped off a package of plastic googly eyes at the headquarters. Quote, "When I saw it, it made me laugh," Eng said. "I thought we could do something like that to have fun." The MBTA, which oversees the nation's oldest subway system, as well as a commuter rail, bus, and ferry service, has come under intense scrutiny in recent years for safety issues that have led...
Whoa! Are you telling me their solution to safety issues like stick googly eyes on it?
I think so. That have led to federal reviews and orders to fix the issues. It has also been plagued by
Issue fixed. Googly eyes.
It has also been plagued by slow zones, the delayed delivery of new vehicles, understaffing, and they say the slow zones are slowly being lifted. Instead of plastic googly eyes, which Eng feared would come loose and fly off, injuring riders, the agency has affixed them to just 5 trains. 4 on the MBTA's Green Line and 1 commuter rail. Quote,
So only the Green Line's in danger, really?
yeah.
Don't worry, no, we don't like anyone on the Green Line.
When we chatted about it, it would be like finding Waldo, he said. Gave us all a chance to have a laugh, and for the people who use our service to have some fun, while everything breaks down.
That's lovely. Wow.
Yeah, that was a
so
good story.
Nice. What a great news story.
Yeah.
I love that at the end it was just like, what a fun thing they've done. There's been a lot of problems lately, but this is just fun and silly enough for us not to care.
Yeah.
That sucks. Hold on, is there anyone from Boston here? Was that a yes?
Yeah, I got a Boston one right up here.
Why are you here, first off?
I went to school here and got trapped by COVID.
So you missed out on the googly eyes?
Yeah.
All right, then I don't need to talk to you. Anyone else? Anyone else who has seen... Have you seen the googly eyes? All right, cool. Anyone else? Someone's got to have seen the googly eyes. Train caught on fire? Googly eyes will
Did it have googly
fix
eyes on it?
Yeah, was it googly-eyed?
Then it'd be a funny fire.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Think of the memes. The train's on fire, but his eyes are like, I don't know why I'm here. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
8 people died.
It'd be great.
Terrible.
That's the big news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day? You almost hit me with like, come on all y'all, it's a sabotage. He was right there.
Chicken wings, advertised as boneless, can have bones, Ohio Supreme Court decides.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah. They say they're advertised as boneless, but they can have bones in them.
I don't know what that means. Are they saying, like, it... You ever think that, like, stupid people run shit? Because that makes no sense.
I mean, if I had to guess, I would say there's probably, like, bits, like, fragments of bone in the chicken wing, and that's what they're referring to. So it's probably some guy that was like, actually, there are bones in these boneless wings that are advertised because there's, like, little bone fragments that get crushed up that are technically traceable. Like, it's probably that shit.
Oh, okay. I mean... Sure, it just makes for a ridiculous headline to be like, bones can be in boneless wings. Like,
Yeah.
what? Okay,
Although
what do they say?
Maybe there are. Who knows? Consumers cannot expect boneless chicken wings to actually be free of bones. A divided Ohio Supreme Court ruled Thursday. Dude, they were divided. They're like, this is intense.
There were some justices on that court that was like, this is the
Yeah.
stupidest thing we've ever done. Why are we hearing this case?
Well, it says, okay, rejecting claims by a restaurant patron who suffered serious medical complications from a bone getting stuck in his throat.
All right, see? That's the thing. That wasn't a bone fragment, dude. That's a bone. That man ate a full bone.
My theory is much better. This guy straight up ate bones in his boneless wings. This has got to be like a one-time thing then. But then what if it's a one-time thing? Why are they having a Supreme Court meeting over it?
That's what I'm saying. So what? And their answer was, it's fine.
Michael Berkheimer was dining with his wife and friends at a wing joint in Hamilton, Ohio, and ordered the usual boneless wings with Parmesan garlic sauce. When
it was a Buffalo Wild Wings, 100%. I believe this.
Oh, yeah.
To the bottom. Buffalo Wild Wings has gone down in quality over the years, and I imagine if there's
100%.
ever a place that would give you bone-in boneless wings, it's Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, 100%. As somebody who ate Buffalo Wild Wings for a sub goal, or it was one of my sub goals for a subathon. So I was like, I used to eat these on stream back in the day. I'll do it again. No, those were some terrible wings. He felt a bite-sized piece of meat go down the wrong way. 3 days later, feverish and unable to keep food down, Berkheimer went to the emergency room where a doctor discovered a long, thin bone that had torn his esophagus and caused an infection. What the shit?
God.
Berkheimer sued the restaurant Wings on Brockwood. Oh, it's called Wings on Brockwood.
Oh, well,
Or Brookwood.
that sucks.
Brookwood. Saying the restaurant failed to warn him that so-called boneless wings, which are, of course, nuggets of boneless, skinless breast meat, could contain bones. The suit also named the supplier and the farm that produced the chicken, claiming all were negligent. In a 4-3 ruling, the Supreme Court said Thursday that boneless wings refers to a cooking style and that Berkheimer should have been on guard against bones since it's common knowledge that chickens have bones. The high court sided
What?
with lower courts that had dismissed Berkheimer's suit.
Wait, so every court so far was like, you guys should know better
Yeah.
to expect not bones and something called boneless wings.
Well, it was 4-3. So it was split, and then one guy was like, yeah, maybe you should know.
That's God.
I mean,
That's I understand that in theory chickens have bones, so you can't 100% expect. It's the reason why they don't say like bug-free jelly. Like you can
Right.
expect there's gonna be like a bug leg or something in your jelly. Deal with it, right? Like that's just life.
yeah.
But you specifically call them boneless wings.
That's true.
I mean, it'd be like if you said seedless grapes and there was a seed in it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's a seed in my grape. That's not seedless. You can't pretend it's not.
If you called them chicken nuggets, then maybe, and you found
Yeah,
bones,
that
you'd
works.
be like, yeah, so
Yeah.
that would work.
That's a nugget of chicken. What's a chicken? Meat and bone. So you're fine. Legally, I think you'll be fine. If they call
Yeah.
them chicken nuggets, yeah. But boneless chicken wings is that
You're not
saying
supposed to have bones.
yeah, you're saying it's a chicken wing, which we all know has a bone in it, or multiple bones, and this one doesn't. You're saying to people it does not have bones. It's in the name. And I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
If you're going to call it chicken fingers, that's fine. Chicken nuggets, that's fine. Anything, but boneless is in the name. You can't, I don't know. That seems stupid to me.
And they're saying it's a cooking style, but like,
Boneless is a
it?
cooking style?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a cooking style. It sounds like what it is.
Yeah, if they said breaded chicken balls, then that's the cooking style. Breaded, fried up, covered in sauce chicken balls, and I'm like, yeah, you got it, nailed it. That's the style.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just straight up like chicken nugget. They're like glorified chicken nuggets. I mean, I can see both sides. I can see him being like, he should know, like, hey, there could be some bones left over here. Because, like, you never know, especially with all the processes and stuff it goes through. But at the same time, I can see him being like, these are supposed to be boneless. There's a bone in them. It'd be like, hey, you're right.
I feel like Gordon Ramsay changed me. Because now, when I see fresh on a menu, I don't even trust that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what's fresh frozen? Like, that's not what that means then. That's not fresh. Oh yeah,
Fresh frozen.
yeah. I can't do that. I refuse to accept it.
A dinner reading boneless wings on a menu would no more believe that the restaurant was warranting the absence of bones in the items that believe that the items were made from chicken wings, just as a person eating chicken fingers would know that he had not been served fingers. Justice Joseph T. Dieters wrote for the majority. The dissenting justices called Dieters' reasoning utter jabberwocky.
It is.
Now that's some jabberwocky.
That's full jabberwocky.
Yeah, and said a jury should have been allowed to decide whether the restaurant was negligent in serving Berkheimer a piece of chicken that was advertised as boneless. Quote, the question must be asked, does anyone really believe that the parents in this country who feed their young children boneless wings or chicken tenders or chicken nuggets or chicken fingers expect bones to be in the chicken? Of course they don't. Justice P.
Correct. Correct.
Justice Michael P. Donnelly wrote in the dissent, when they read the word boneless, they think that means without bones, as do all sensible people.
Yes.
Massive win for Justice Michael P.
I'm with you, Michael P. MP, I'm with you.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't have bones in there.
Like, one guy's saying we should know that the chicken wing is part of a chicken which contains a bone, right? Like, that's what we should know, which is true. But then when you say boneless, you supersede the previous knowledge we had.
Yeah. No, I agree now.
So the and all the other things like chicken fingers, chicken tenders, whatever, saying it's not a finger, of course it's not a finger. We know that. We have the expectation. And we expect there not to be bones in there because it's been served without bones for so long, similar to boneless chicken wings. You can get rid of boneless and say this is a meatball of chicken with breading on it, and like that's fine. What you're saying to us then still is that it's been served without bones for so long that there's no bones in it. Like the expectation is no bones. So I just fundamentally disagree with this and like the core of my being. I'm like, y'all, is anyone going to pay for the fact this man got an infection after eating at your food place?
Yeah.
Are you going to cover that? Because I feel like you should at least do that. If you're not going to give him $1 million, at least be like, we got your medical bills. Like, come on. That's stupid.
They should cover his medical bills.
But then
100%.
they'd have to admit they were wrong and then leak, it's so dumb. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, it's dumb. So there you go. Honestly, that was a more in-depth, intense story than I imagined.
It really was. Yeah. Who knew? Who knew we'd get here?
Who knew? And that's the big news story of the day.
Oh, right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. This one also ties into the Olympics. Paris Olympics mascot is a smiling hat.
I thought it was Snoop Dogg. Because as far as I can tell,
It could be that as well.
he is everywhere, and he's looking great. The mascot's called Fridges? Fryges?
Yeah, Frygie. Triangular Olympic Frygie. Is it the Eiffel Tower? Asked a puzzled American tourist queued in front of Paris megastore. To international visitors, the triangular Olympic Frygie mascot might resemble the iconic monument, a poop emoji, that's according to another shopper, a tongue, or even the female anatomy. However, it rings a particular bell for the French. It's been over 200 years since the bonnet phrygien was last a common sight in the streets of Paris, yet the hat still carries the same revolutionary spirit as it did in 1789. Does it? The official... Yeah.
I found images. Hold on. Let me see if I can send this to you. This is what it's supposed to be. Like, if you were watching Les Mis, there might be a dude who has this on in the background. Like, do you hear the people sing? They like have this thing on.
Yeah, I see.
Once you see the image of it, you're like, oh, okay, that's definitely what it is.
Yeah.
But until then, it does not look like a damn thing.
It just, it looks like a weird animal or something. The official Olympic Phrygie mascot is a nod to the Phrygian cap, an emblematic accessory of the French revolutionaries. Revived from Roman times when freed slaves used to wear it, the revolutionaries adopted it as a testimony to their values of freedom and emancipation for both men and women. The heritage of the French Revolution and their birth of the First Republic have deeply influenced the French, who now associate the Phrygian cap and subsequently the fridge, pronounced along the lines of freeze, with its ideals. I'm saying fridge. It's the symbol of liberty, and it's also a strong message linked to the revolution that we went for those games, declared Tony Estengue, president of Paris Organizing Committee, before the games. Showing a little more respect for French authorities this time, the frieze is making its presence felt across France. Life-size fringe frieze have been popping up at the Olympic venues, where fans wait in line to take pictures with them. They visited famous French monuments and even posed with foreign police officers, the Olympic mascots all over the games, and of course, the Paris 2024 official stores. It adorns mugs, caps, t-shirts, key rings, and more. Within just 15 minutes of the megastore's opening, tourists are already hastily lining up to snag souvenirs. Some, such as Kevin Cahill, brim with enthusiasm at the idea of buying everything, because I'm very excited to be here. Even though he admits he doesn't know the mascot symbolism, he describes it as amazing.
Yep, that sounds right. It is amazing.
I mean, it looks like something. But I gotta buy it. It's awesome.
Gotta buy it.
Gotta buy it. His excitement mirrors that of many others, as seen with Pierre Leonardi, who's sporting the Phrygian hat. I wanted to wear one today in memory of France. That's what he sounded like, and that's what he said.
Yeah. I now understand it more, having seen the original hat. The mascot, the eye, so on the original hat, right, it was red, and you would have a ribbon on the side, and the ribbon would be red, white, and blue, right?
Right.
The French colors. And what would happen is you'd put little ribbons on your hat. And a great example is this one right here, which I will send to you to give you an example. Why did I click save as? Cool, that's awesome. Glad I have that forever. Open image in new tab. So you have this, and you can see that the ribbons that will be put on this are basically the eyes of the mascot.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
So the eyes are the main ribbon, and then the little ribbons that come off of it are the eyelashes.
That's actually that's actually pretty creative.
Yeah, so now it makes sense to me. I'm like, okay, I've seen some mascots of the Olympics in the past that are like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. No,
so this actually makes a little bit more sense once you know what it is. You're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. The mascot's a hat. Yippee.
Yippee. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, who is still doing great.
Yeah.
My favorite, I saw Snoop Dogg retweet a thing today, which is really funny, where he's, some guy wrote, hey, Snoop Dogg, my mom really likes when you're in the Olympics, like when you show up on Olympics things. It's really funny because I have to remind her that when I was a kid, she wouldn't let me buy your album. And then Snoop Dogg's like, yo, shout out to your mom, and he has all these emotes. It's really funny. I was like, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. They really need Snoop Dogg to wear this hat. That's what we need.
Yes, we need Snoop Dogg at the closing ceremony to look like a French revolutionary.
Yeah, that would really tie it all
So
together.
far, he's cosplayed as all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
They had him dressed like he was going to ride a horse. They had him looking like he was like, I don't even know, like some aristocrat guy. Like, he's been dressing up. We need him dressed like a character from Les Mis.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Jean Valjean Snoop. Snoop von Snoop.
Yep. That's your big news story of the day.
Well, what is our big news story of the day?
There's probably going to be somebody that's like, that's
Technically not true, but it's somewhat true.
Don't care. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We've established here that the rule of cool applies in all news.
It overrides.
It overrides it. I don't care if it's not true. That's badass.
Yeah. Big news story of the day. Hey. This groundhog didn't play around to find his bizarre new home in Pennsylvania.
Oh, boy. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, my God. So, a Pennsylvania groundhog is making a name for himself for something other than predicting early or late spring. An intrepid varmint dubbed Colonel Custard so named for the frozen custard shop and mini golf outlet where he was discovered, was found stowed away with a passel of stuffed animal prizes in an arcade game 2 weeks ago. Players were maneuvering a mechanical claw to pluck toys from the glass game case when they suddenly realized a real-life groundhog was blinking back at them. So
it's like when E.T. hid in the closet with the toys.
there he is.
Oh my God, this photo's hilarious. Stop. He was really just in there hanging out.
He really was just in there hanging out. Hold on, there's one more.
Right next to the University of Pittsburgh ball.
There he is.
He both has a look of like, leave me alone and also help me please. Like, I don't know what's... It's really funny.
The newly named colonel was found in Hollidaysburg, a good hour's drive from Pennsylvania's far more famous groundhog town, Puxtawney. And the owner at this Meadows frozen custard shop aren't being shy about promoting their own furry friend. Staff and owners made t-shirts that read, "Respect the Groundhog," held the online naming campaign that drew an avalanche of responses, and are working on more promotional ideas such as naming one of their frozen treat flavors for Colonel Custard. Meadows manager Lynn Castle said no one is sure how the groundhog got in the building, but he must have clambered up in the game chute into the machine. They were just staring at the stuffed animals in there, getting ready to decide what to pick, and saw a groundhog blinking and realized there was something alive in there. It took a village to set the varmint free. Employees first called the claw machine owners, who were too skittish to take the colonel on. Next came the police, who called the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Game wanderers opened up the claw machine and released the groundhog into a nearby field. It's a good story that ended well. He got set free. No one got bit.
I love that they're still trying to make money off of it. He's not there anymore, and they're like, no, but we're still like, we're gonna make T-shirts. We're gonna like, it's a thing we're known for now. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, they're just like, we got him out of there. He's in the forest. He's having fun, but we're gonna name stuff after him. We got T-shirts.
Yeah. I thought you were about to tell me they left him in there because it was like a good marketing opportunity. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's like, no, they didn't do that. But
nope, the images are really funny. He's in there.
It's Colonel Custard of the groundhog claw machines.
Oh, I love that. That's a good story. It could have gone a different direction. I thought for sure they would be like, he is imprisoned in the claw machine forever.
Yeah, they said
he's free.
To go.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully he wasn't immediately snatched up by like an eagle, because that would be a sad. That'd be like they said for like, you're free now. Come on, that's it. Done.
That's the big news story of the day.
Oh, right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Man points gun at Burger King worker that wouldn't take drugs as payment.
You know what? Of all the places I feel like would take drugs as payment, Burger King seems like it. I'll be honest.
It does.
So I get the confusion.
A man who was arrested for threatening a Burger King employee with a gun for not accepting drugs as payment has been sentenced to over a century in prison. According to prosecutors, the altercation between Burger King worker and customer was the first domino in a series of crimes committed by Eugene Robertson, 40, on October 17, 2022. That night, Robertson placed a drive-thru order at Burger King in Aurora, Colorado, near Denver, according to court documents. When he approached the window, he attempted to pay with drugs. The employee declined, and Robertson pulled out a handgun and pointed it at the employee before driving away. Later, prosecutors said Robertson went to a convenience store across the street and similarly threatened the clerk with his pistol. Upon spotting a security camera in the store, he shot the monitor it was attached to and left. The district attorney's office said that Robertson shot at two other people in the corner store parking lot. According to the Sentinel, Colorado, a witness in the convenience store told police there was something off with Robertson as he was talking about God and carrying a Bible. Yep.
There's something weird about this man.
One final report from October 17th, 2022 came from one of Robertson's friends who said he fired shots outside her apartment when she wouldn't open the door. They also said this apartment complex was where police caught and arrested Robertson, who was hiding behind bushes. No serious injuries were reported from any of the victims, and he was sentenced to 143 years in prison. He was charged with 8 counts of attempted murder and extreme indifference, 4 counts of felony menacing, illegal discharge of firearm, possession of a controlled substance, harassment, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, I mean, listen, if that guy was I'd be like, sure, I'll take the drugs, like, and then just be like, hey, that guy was he pulled a gun out, so I just took his drug.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I'm not getting shot for Burger King.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll take your drugs, man. Go live your life. Here, have our terrible burgers and go live your life. You want an extra one?
Yeah, Burger King, probably the worst out of all the fast food establishments.
I'm not going to say probably. I'm going to say definitely. Actually, it's a lie. Arby's, worse.
Okay, yeah, Arby's, it's probably worse, yeah. But
Burger King, second to last. Definitely, truly terrible food.
Let me tell you, I went to BurgerKing.com just now, and the first
They
thing
say
I saw...
pay us in drugs on the front page?
Close. It says BK and Walmart Plus go better together. And the fact that they've teamed up with Walmart Plus makes me want to eat there even less.
The fact that even the images of their burgers don't look good.
Yeah, it's just, they look almost fake. But like,
I mean, like, they're definitely fake. But like, not in an appetizing way, but in like a way that makes no sense.
yeah.
Like, they don't look good. Like, the chicken sandwich doesn't even look like a good chicken sandwich. Like, it doesn't look like I would want to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, the chicken sandwich looks just like a big dry piece of chicken on a bun.
It doesn't look delicious at all. There's nothing.
Too big.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
It just does not look good.
I don't like the fact that they're offering delivery stuff on here. Like, how much do you like? If you could have anything delivered, Burger King's what you would choose. That's a lapse of judgment right there.
I'm gonna have to check Review Bra to see his Burger King opinions. He had done some Burger King recently.
I imagine, like everyone else, he's like, it's trash. I don't think the man. He might. I think I recall him saying he likes the chicken fries.
Oh yeah,
but he looks like a dude who would like chicken fries.
He does. Yeah. I remember I tried one time. It was like, it had to be like 8 years ago. Everyone was like, chicken fries. They came out. I tried them. They were burned and tasted terrible. And I was like, I think that was the last time I went to Burger King.
The last time I went to Burger King, I was traveling across I think I was going to maybe someone's wedding. And I was driving across the country and I saw a Burger King. I was like, well, it's along the way and it's all right, sure. Got a just a normal double cheeseburger. I was sick for like a day and a half. It did not settle well at all. I was like, what the hell did I eat? Oh yeah. And all I had was that Burger King.
I think the last
Not
time...
a fan.
Actually, I think it was before the chicken fries. There was like a time 9 years ago or something I ate Burger King, and I did not feel good after either.
Like, Burger King is... There used to be a time when I was a kid that I actively would choose Burger King above everything else because I liked the flame broiled taste more than I did like the fried McDonald's hamburger or whatever. But I don't know what happened. At some point over the last 10, 15 years, they were like, screw it. Our meat's going to taste like ass and we're going to cover it up by putting way too much ketchup and mustard on it.
Yeah.
And now every burger they have there tastes like the sauce rather than meat. And everything is like hyper low quality. And then, yeah, they're like, instead of giving you a good chicken sandwich, chicken fries is what we came up with. Like, cool. All right. Great. Yeah, it's not an appetizing place to visit.
Yeah, no, it's... I remember I went to Burger King a few times, like way back in the day. It was like 2000 and, I want to say 10. And it was like pretty all right then. But I don't know if my taste buds have just gotten better or their quality's gone down or both. But it's just every time I'm like, what if I got Burger King? I'm like, I could literally get anything else. Like anything else.
Anything else.
Plus there's just like, I mean, even I think that's part of the problem is like all these restaurants back in the 90s or even like early 2000s, they'd be like, hey, come here, we got the fast food, it's cheap, whatever. Now it's expensive and it's still bad. It's like I could just go to like anywhere else and pay the same amount at that point.
I'm going to send you this link. It is it's called What Happened, Bro? It's under memes.
It looks like this is way back in the day. There is Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
And
Kid Ryan Gosling, and then adult Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner 2049 are the two images here. But then what else
Kid
is
Ryan
happening?
Gosling's kind of happy. Everything's vibrant. And it says, new beefy 5-layer burrito, 89 cents. And then the other one of him like, "Whoa." It says beefy 5-layer burrito, $5.36.
And the thing is the image is the exact same. That burrito has the exact same
it's
content.
exactly the same.
It has not changed. And they are charging so much more. That's so gross. And that's how I feel about it. Like a crappy burrito with crappy stuff in it for 89 cents, I'm in. You've sold me. I'll eat that. A $5.36 crappy burrito? I'd rather just go get a real burrito.
Hold on. What was, let's say, $1 back then worth now? Out of curiosity. Inflation calculator. Here we go. I'm just going to say 1990.
Oh, sure.
And now it is worth $2.41. So that is, not only has the price just like of inflation, but like if it was the same price, that burrito should be like $3 maximum.
Yeah, what if I go to Omaha, Nebraska? All right, let's go to the one near the Iowa-Nebraska border.
Right.
Start my order. Let's see what we got here. Store open till 11:30 p.m. We'll do it now. We'll do in-store pickup. In-store now. Okay, finish. All right, burritos. What is it? The 5-layer?
Beefy 5-layer burrito.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of America, $3.79 is what it says.
Oh, yeah, I just went downtown on Dearborn, and it's $5.29.
Interesting.
They know.
They know. So it's kind of like gas, and that depending on where you're buying the gas, you're paying a different price.
Yeah,
I hate
think
that.
it is.
That sucks. That's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even think. Yeah, it is straight up like gas. Man. Well, that's your big news story of the day.
What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Day.
This is a great one. IKEA sets record for world's largest pajama party with over 2,000 employees participating.
How much you want to bet they got a letter that was like, it is mandatory that you be here for the pajama party?
They probably did, yeah. IKEA employees gathered in their pajamas to celebrate the beginning of a new initiative focused on improving sleep. In doing so, 2,052 employees in Almhult, Sweden, broke a Guinness World Record for the most people wearing two-piece pajamas in a single venue, according to the company. What a specific record.
Yeah.
We're thrilled about this collective effort coming together to highlight the importance of sleep. The managing director of IKEA Sweden, Fredrika Inger, said, "Good sleep benefits everyone, and we believe prioritizing it can genuinely make a difference. Small adjustments like choosing the right pillow or lighting can lead to big improvements. Our goal is to make these accessible to everyone because good sleep is something everyone can achieve." Here's all of the people in their pajamas and a bear.
It is a lot of people. I don't know that any of them got good sleep. I'll be real with you. 2,000 people. Also, how long did the pajama party have to do? Because this photo is taken during the day.
Oh yeah, it is. I don't know how long.
Do they consider a pajama party just get in your pajamas and hang out for 10 minutes so we can get the record? Or do they stay overnight and like do hot goss?
They did not. They probably stayed for a few hours.
All right. Gotcha.
Employees donned matching blue short sleeve tops and pants with yellow trim. Shown on the limited edition pajamas are veggie balls with lingonberry jam and gravy motifs, a tribute to the iconic Swedish meatball. The furniture and home services company conducted a life at home report revealing that 55% of people rate sleep as their most important activity for well-being at home. The successful attempt at a record was part of IKEA's program to create bedroom decor designed to improve sleep. Our solutions cover all 6 areas proven to be essential: sleep, comfort, sound, light, air, temperature, and decluttering. The company said it has a rise in customer interest in sleep over the years, and we are on a journey to innovate our range of sleep products to improve every aspect of the home. I feel like they've just said the same thing like over and over again.
I mean, they're basically saying we did this to alert you all that sleep is good, and the best way to get sleep, come to our store and buy sleep materials.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a pretty fun way to do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is a way, for sure.
Yeah. In the comments section, as you might expect, there's some interesting comments, such as, IKEA sets record for world's largest waste of time. And what a waste of time. Absolutely pointless considering the state of worldly affairs. Like, listen, what do you want? What do you want them to do?
We're not saying no. They all love going to the sleepover, guys. Like, no.
Yeah.
But with that said, like, they're not going to go out there and like solve the Middle East. Like, they're not going to be like, guys, IKEA has decided we are going to bring peace to the Middle East finally.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you know that I don't think that's in their purview of customer satisfaction.
They could have done a much better job. They should have brought peace to numerous places, not just the Middle East.
Yeah, the Middle East is just one place. They could bring peace everywhere, dude.
That's why, dude, I get it. There's some people, you could do anything and they would still complain. Like, you could, like, some people are just going to complain to complain. That's how they are.
Yep.
But not around here. 'Cause we're all about positivity and being positive.
Good stretch, buddy. I felt it. I felt it from over here.
Yeah, that's what they say. I'm a beacon of positivity.
Yeah, man.
And that's the big news story of the day.
Okay. Well, let's go to our big news story of the day.
Big news story of the day. Day. Bear breaks into California cabin, steals jelly. I think this might be a Hank the Tank.
This could be Hank. Hank could be out there doing his thing.
This could be Hank. A security camera at a California cabin recorded video when a bear burglar broke into the residence and raided the refrigerator. Scott, he's coming for that jelly. Scout,
I hope so.
Scott Cloutier shared a video showing the bear wandering inside his South Lake Tahoe cabin earlier this month. Dude, wasn't it at Lake Tahoe?
That's what I'm saying. I think this could be.
This could be.
There was a time where they were saying that Hank the Tank was more than one bear. Maybe this is a Hank or a tank.
Yeah. Dude, it is. This was... Hank the Tank was at California's Lake Tahoe. And this is at Lake Tahoe.
Oh, my God.
It's gotta be.
Do you think... Wait, didn't they remove Hank and take Hank somewhere else? Do you think Hank broke out and went back?
Hank either broke out and got back. He has people that he knows, bears that he knows on the inside. Or this is just everybody's Hank the Tank all at once. Or
the Hank they took was another bear taking the fall for Hank. He was like, my king, I will pretend to be you, and they will take me, but you will continue to fight on for bear kind.
You might be right.
And Hank was like, I'll always remember you, brother.
Although this bear doesn't look as much of a tank as Hank. So maybe
we have a photo of the bear.
Hold on, we do have this video. Here you go. It's
of the bear getting the jelly?
Yes. He gets the jelly at around 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know what? He doesn't. Here's the thing. You're right. He doesn't look like Hank the Tank. However, what if this is Tank Jr.?
This could be Tank Jr. It could be one of his kids.
What if?
Yeah.
Just saying, what if?
He just casually got in there and he's just like, yeah, I'm getting my jelly.
He was trained by a master.
Yeah. But he's got like a tag on his ear, it looks like.
So people know of him.
Yeah. People know of him. Like he's got number 3. He's got a 3 on his ear. This is why didn't they mention that?
3 children of Hank the Tank. They're being tracked and they don't even care.
Yeah, don't even care. I like how at like 37 seconds, he also just looks straight at the camera like, what the hell? All right.
And then he's like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yeah. The bear is seen opening the fridge, making a snack out of a bottle of jelly. It was unclear how the bear got into the cabin. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife says the bears are starting to stock up on food as they prepare for hibernation season, which begins around October.
I love the idea that there's a bear out there who's like, all right, everyone, we need to stock up for the winter. Make sure to get as much food as you can, something to keep us fed over there. And one guy was like, all right, got to get food. I'm going to break in this house. Jam! Oh, jams and jellies. Oh, yeah, that's what I need. Okay, that sounds great. Oh, okay. And everyone's like, what are you doing? Take Junior. Oh, your father would be so disappointed.
It's honestly, I'm just glad we got more Hank the Tank stories. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Really, it does. I saw another bear article this week that was like another cool, equally tankish bear. They're out there living their lives, and we are just in the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you showed me that story.
They're cool. They're just cooler than us. Yeah.
They are. And that's your big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. So I decided to bust out some Florida man.
Hell yeah.
There's Florida man almost died while getting lap dance from housekeeper.
Okay.
There was also Florida man kayaking in living room during hurricane.
I love both of these. Here's my question.
All right.
Is old man death stripper because he was just old? Or is it like he was doing drugs at the time? Or an alligator jumped in and bit his face off? Like, is it a cool story? Or is it just like one last hurrah for Grandpa?
That's a great question. It looks like a lot of the story is also through a TikTok video.
Ah, well, I mean, that's a thing, all right.
Which is, hold on, I'll just briefly summarize this one and then do the other one. Florida man got lap dance housekeeper. Sincerest Sammy took to her TikTok to recap the experience. She's a topless maid who makes $300 an hour cleaning homes. After cleaning the home, she was paid extra to give a lap dance. She's also popular on TikTok and updates her experiences.
All right, cool, but wait, so what happened?
One of her favorite clients is a Florida man in his 70s, and he pays her to not only clean, but he likes lap dances as well.
And
then it shows her video of the experience and says, the part that really got me is the fact that his next door neighbor was his secret lover. I'm glad that the gentleman's life was saved and that Sammy still made her money.
Yeah, no, that story sucks.
Yeah, that story sucks.
That story sucks.
Here we go. Matt Heller of Tampa, Florida, kayaked through his living room. A Florida man took an unusual approach to the hurricane storm surge, which turned his home into a waterlogged disaster. Matt Heller from Tampa was caught on camera paddling through his flooded living room in a kayak meant for emergencies. Heller documented the moment the waters began flooding in his TikTok video that quickly went viral.
Dude, I think that everything is it's there's no news anymore. It's like, yeah. I'm going to report to you on what a TikTok said.
Yeah. Which you don't even know if it's true or not.
Right.
We're just assuming because it seems true, but you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Like, at first it was going to be like, wow, it sucks for this guy. Like, he probably lost his home and he's making the best of it. And now I'm like, I don't even know if this guy's real.
He might not be real. This house might not even be his.
That's what I'm saying. He could have just been like, yeah, I'm kayaking in my house.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he's in his house kayaking around. And he says, quote, "The kayak was my escape plan in case stuff got too hairy," he told CNN. "I didn't think I was going to need it in my living room. All of a sudden, the storm just kind of came in and the water's been rising and rising. Within probably an hour and a half, went up to about 4 feet from nothing." Helen's home still had power as he paddled through the rising waters, but eventually he was forced to rely on candlelight as electricity failed. As he paddled through his living room, he said, "This is definitely the biggest flood we've had." Tampa Bay saw record storm surges, some witnessing power or water levels as high as 7 feet, with officials warning residents surges between 5 and 8 feet were possible. According to the Hurricane Center, it's a hurricane category 4. People lost power. It's a hurricane.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like it's real, but I'm going to put this story at a 72% real.
I mean, there is a hurricane, and there are people getting flooded, but again, I was feeling this until you were like, and on TikTok, I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like there's still part of me that's like, this could just be a house he rented out to like know it's gonna flood and like got his kayak and he's swimming around there. Like, there's still that part of me.
Yeah, I don't really believe anything on TikTok until I verify. I have to go to their channel page and see what else they post, because most of it is, you're like, whoa, this is crazy. Then you see their channel page and it's like, I'm constantly getting involved in crazy things. Also, that actor who assaulted me, my sister. And you're like, what the?
It's like that show Cheaters. They used to have the warning sign at the beginning, and it was like, warning, these are actual true stories. And I was like, wait, hold on a second. That doesn't mean anything. That just means it's a story.
Right. It means at some point someone told them this.
Yeah, it just means someone wrote a story down. You're like, here's your script. But they make it like this is actually true, but they're like actual true stories, which means it's just a story. So you never know with all that stuff. I mean, listen, we're going to hit the point. People are going to do everything, and then they're going to run out of things. They're going to start like redoing things. Like, when do we reach the point where everybody's done everything?
That's a fabulous question.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we may never know.
We may never know when someone's done everything.
That's your big news story of the day. Big news story of the day.
All right, big news story of the day.
This one actually correlates with that, and it didn't even line up that way. It just randomly happened. Treasure hunt for buried golden statue encrusted with diamonds ends after 31-year search that captivated a nation.
It wasn't this nation.
Nope. A popular hunt that had people searching for 31 years for buried treasures finally come to an end. Dubbed On the Trail of the Golden Owl, the search captivated 10,000 in France. Yo, this lines up as well.
Wow, what a perfect episode.
Wow. Who joined the quest to find a statue made of an owl made of gold, silver, and diamonds buried somewhere in the country in 1993. The challenge was based on a book by Regis Hauser, who buried the statue, said to be worth $165,000. To find it, participants had to solve 11 puzzles from the book and then find and resolve a 12th hidden puzzle, which led to a token which revealed the location of the grand prize. The announcement that the token had been located was made Thursday on Discord. Don't go digging, warned the message, which was written by Michael Becker, who crafted the prize statue and also illustrated the book on which the hunt was based. We confirm that the golden owl countermark was unearthed last night. It is therefore useless to go digging on the location you assume to be the cache. Well done to the finder of the owl. Huge congratulations are due, he added. I hope we learn the finder's name in due course and finally find the answers to the clues.
I'm so interested in this because online I'm seeing a lot of claims that the golden owl statue was in the guy's possession the entire time and seized as part of a liquidation of his assets.
What?
That's what I'm saying here. There were lawsuits filed.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Huh. You know, that probably seems
maybe
like...
it wasn't the real one. Maybe it was a statuette version of the real one.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe that's...
Yeah, because apparently it was the... created 11 paintings for the book, as well as the final prize, the golden owl statue. The statuette is 10 inches. Right. Entirely made of gold and silver with diamonds. 1993, the owl was estimated to be... 150,000. Now it's roughly 231,000. Also, they made a replica of bronze, which is buried somewhere in France.
Oh.
Okay.
Is
Interesting.
that just randomly
And then there are a bunch of
buried?
riddles. The riddles were like all sorts of crazy things in this book.
Yeah, I want to know what the riddles are.
So this is one riddle as an example.
Okay.
My first half of the first age precedes my second and third seeking their way. My fourth is inspired, my fifth is in rage, but without protest follows my fourth and the Roman alpha. My sixth is hidden at the very limits of eternity. My seventh standing splits his venom. To find my all, just be wise, because the truth in truth will not be a Devon's affair. And I guess the answer is Borges. Don't know how to say this word.
Dude, I'd suck
But-
at riddles.
But basically, each one of those sentences is one of the letters. So a great example is my seventh standing spits his venom. So it would have the S of a snake, right?
Right.
Which is the last letter, and then the limits of eternity in E, because that's the eternity is E. The way he spelled it in the book is an E at the beginning and E at the end, I believe.
Right. I see.
Right, like but without protest follows the fourth and the Roman alpha. So like it's the way to spell things, right? It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, I have no idea. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the big news story of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. We've got Greek man.
Okay. It's a weird way to we got Greek man. Okay.
Yeah. Greek man guilty of entering homes to smell shoes.
Well, it's not where I expected that to go.
Nope. 28-year-old defendant told the Thessaloniki court that he was unable to explain his behavior, which he said had caused him great embarrassment. Well, yeah, he got caught. Now everyone knows.
Yep.
Thessaloniki, Greece. A judge in northern Greece on Thursday imposed a suspended 1-month prison sentence on a man convicted of disturbing his neighbors by repeatedly sneaking into their properties to smell their shoes. He's like one of the Yule lads.
He really is.
The 28-year-old Greek man told the Thessaloniki court that he was unable to explain his behavior, which he said had caused him great embarrassment. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could explain it. He's done it multiple times.
Yeah, if the reason why he's not explaining it is because it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Like he should have just went up there and he'd be like, you know what? I like smelling shoes, all right? That's why I did it.
Sir?
I like feet. He did it.
Sir, your judgeship, I just love the sweet stanky smell of other people's feet. And I find that shoes are just the best way to go about it, because sniffing other people's feet, you got to ask them for it. And I was too ashamed to ask. So I just started sniffing. And my God, that stank just makes me so happy, sir. Just so very happy. I didn't mean nothings by it. I just like the smell. I bet he could have got some leniency.
He probably could have. But instead, he's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you know exactly why you did it. You just don't want to say.
He stressed that he had no intention of breaking the law or harming anybody. Neighbors testified he never displayed any sign of aggression during his nocturnal visits.
I don't like
man.
that. Nocturnal visit is a bad way to state that.
That is. The man was
During his
arrested.
nocturnal visits.
He's arrested before dawn on October 8th in the small town of Syndos, 9 miles west of Thessaloniki. Yeah. Police had been called after a neighbor found the defendant in his front yard sniffing his family's shoes, which had been left outdoors to air. The court heard that there had been at least 3 similar incidents in the past 6 months, despite neighbors having asked the defendant's family to get him to stop.
I love
Man.
that this was like, we tried to handle it in private, but you just couldn't cut it out.
Can you please tell your son to stop smelling our shoes?
Please, can you please, for us, can you do that?
Like, we tried.
Well, we tried to talk to him.
The man was ordered to attend therapy sessions.
What is the therapist going to do for that guy? Like, so tell me, why do you sniff shoes? I like it. Why do you like it? I don't know, it makes me feel good. All right, nothing we do for him.
We're done here.
Yeah, like, okay.
Don't do it anymore. That's your big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story. I don't even know what this means, but we're going to find out.
Oh, boy.
King Conker cleared over cheating allegation.
King Conker?
Yep. Conker.
Like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes.
Okay. Hit me.
London. A British...
I don't know why the way you said that made me laugh. London.
A town. A place. A home for many. A British chestnut whacking competition. There it is. Champion was cleared Monday of cheating after an investigation at the World Conker Championships.
Do they call chestnut whacking conquering?
I guess so.
Interesting. Do you think that's why his name was Conker, because he ate chestnuts?
I don't know.
Did we discover the origin of Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day?
It might
It's a very
actually
British
be.
game.
Organizers of the Nutty annual event said Dave Jakins, a veteran competitor nicknamed King Conker, did not use a steel chestnut to conquer his rival. The traditional game, played by British school children, involves players using conkers, glossy brown seeds of the horse chestnut tree, threaded onto a string to try and smash their opponent's chestnut. That must be, I think it actually is the origin. Jakins, 82, won the men's tournament, but organizers launched an investigation after they claimed he might have used a steel chestnut in his pocket. They studied film and photo evidence, took testimony from judges and umpires, and concluded it'd be near impossible for him to swap the conkers unnoticed. They accepted his claim that he had the steel conker to amuse people as part of his role as King Conker. Organizers also said the losing finalist, Alistair Johnson Ferguson, accepted defeat with good grace and sportsmanship.
Stop. Hold on. What are the two names of these gentlemen again? The 81-year-old is...
Dave Jakins.
And the upstart guy who lost is...
Alistair Johnson Ferguson.
These are the most... Like, if you had to have two characters, one called King Conker and the other one is Alistair Ferguson, whatever the hell his last name. Like, this is perfect for like a movie about conkers.
It is. The overall title of World Conker Champion was won by Kelsey Banchbach, originally from Indianapolis. 34-year-old was crowned Queen Conker after beating Jakins in the final. First American to win it since the World Conker Championships began in 1965.
So I'm looking up the rules for this, and this is amazing. The rules, here are some variant rules on how to play. So the game is played between two people, each with a conker. They take turns hitting each other's conker using their own. One player lets the conker dangle on the full length of the string, and the other player swings their conker to hit it. A point is scored for a conker surviving a hit that causes the other to break. The point is scored irrespective of whether the surviving conker was attacked or defending at the time. The score of the game is considered to be a property of the conkers themselves. A new conker is a none-er, meaning that it has not defeated any others yet and thus has no score. As a conker accumulates points, its designation changes to reflect the total. A nunner becomes a oneer, then a twoer, and so on. In some areas of Scotland, conker victories are counted using the terms bully 1, bully 2, etc. In some areas of the United States and Canada, conker victories are counted using the terms 1 kinger, 2 kinger, etc. In Brooklyn, New York in the 1940s, a winning chestnut was referred to as a killer, and the value of the chestnut was defined by its number of kills. It's in some regions, so this is like a boxing match between nuts, and if you keep winning, you have like a better designated nut.
This is something I didn't know existed.
Neither did I. This is like discovering pickleball for the first time. This is blowing my mind.
It really is. Maybe this will be the next pickleball.
I guess it probably already is for a lot of people. In some regions, the winning conker receives all the points accumulated by the losing ones, in addition to gaining 1 point for the defeat. So, for example, if a 2er defeats a 3er, it would become a 6er, 2 plus 3 plus 1. Other regions only award 1 point to the winner regardless of the loser score. However, there are some other rules, and I love this. If the strings become entangled, the first player to shout strings or stringsies has an extra turn. If one player drops their conker, the other can shout stamps or stampsies, entitling them to break the conker on the ground by stamping on it. Shouting no stamps before the other player stamps prevents the stamping. This absolutely has the feel of a sport created by a bunch of school kids, and they just kept adding ridiculous rules, and I love this.
It really does.
It seems absolutely perfectly innocent.
Yeah, and it's
like they're just taking nuts and whacking nuts together. This is like the most basic form of kids being bored.
It really is. That's how things are invented.
It really, I mean, you're not wrong. It's impressive. I love this.
Yeah, if you type in Conquer, you can see people playing it on YouTube.
It's incredible. I'm so, you know what? This is an important news story for everyone.
This really was one of our most important we've had in some time.
And I understand why they had to put rules to this, because otherwise you're just whacking your friends with nuts on a string.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's also a game you could play where you just run around beating up friends with nuts on a string.
It probably did devolve into that.
For sure. Yeah. Before someone was like, guys, we need rules. We need to establish some rules here, guys. This is going to get out of control.
Well, that's your big news story.
All right. Speaking of unreliable news, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. I'm going to give it to you so you can read it. I don't want to overdo it.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll read it.
But I
have no idea what this is going to be.
I did find a good one.
Oh, my God. What? Instagram famous squirrel named Peanut seized by New York State authorities. The first picture is just a squirrel and he's got a hat on. It's so cute.
That's Peanut.
A New York man who turned a rescued squirrel into a social media star called Peanut is pleading with state authorities to return his beloved pet after they seized it during a raid that also yielded a raccoon named Fred. No.
They're breaking up the family.
Multiple anonymous complaints about Peanut, also spelled P-N-U-T. Oh, God.
It's his rap name.
Brought at least 6 officers from the State Department of Environmental Conservation to Mark Longo's home near the Pennsylvania border in rural Pine City. The DEC came to my house and raided my house without a search warrant to find a squirrel, said Longo, who's 34. I was treated like a drug dealer, and they were going for drugs and guns. The officers left with Peanut, who amassed hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms during his 7 years. 7 years?
That's crazy.
And they decided to do this now?
Yeah, what are they doing?
All right, speaking of unreliable news, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. I'm going to give it to you so you can read it. I don't want to overdo it.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll read it.
But I
have no idea what this is going to be.
I did find a good one.
Oh, my God. What? Instagram famous squirrel named Peanut seized by New York State authorities. The first picture is just a squirrel and he's got a hat on. It's so cute.
That's Peanut.
A New York man who turned a rescued squirrel into a social media star called Peanut is pleading with state authorities to return his beloved pet after they seized it during a raid that also yielded a raccoon named Fred. No.
They're breaking up the family.
Multiple anonymous complaints about Peanut, also spelled P-N-U-T. Oh, God.
It's his rap name.
Brought at least 6 officers from the State Department of Environmental Conservation to Mark Longo's home near the Pennsylvania border in rural Pine City. The DEC came to my house and raided my house without a search warrant to find a squirrel, said Longo, who's 34. I was treated like a drug dealer, and they were going for drugs and guns. The officers left with Peanut, who amassed hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms during his 7 years. 7 years?
That's crazy.
And they decided to do this now?
Yeah, what are they doing?
What? Oh, Crendor. Oh, no. I've just been ruined. There's another article that just popped up, and it straight up just says, man who took Peanut in says it's surreal officials euthanized his pet.
What the shit?
No. Oh, no. They killed it?
There's no way.
That's what they say. They seized and euthanized the pet. November 2nd.
That doesn't even make sense.
Wow. They took the animal and then they killed it. That animal didn't do nothing except wear hats.
That is okay. This is an outrage.
This is like Monkey Mondays all over again, man.
This is even worse than Monkey Mondays.
This squirrel did nothing to nobody.
What the shit?
He was just living his best life and they got him? That sucks. Oh, I'm actually mad. I'm actually mad at them. This guy did nothing. It's been 7 years. I don't understand why they would seize him now.
Why don't they just like let him into the wild?
Well, because he spent 7 years with I guess because they're saying like he wouldn't survive in the wild.
He's a squirrel.
I mean, I don't understand why they seized him to begin with.
Yeah. This is insane.
Wait, did they take Fred the raccoon as well? He says that after helping the animal recover from injuries, he and his wife were planning to release Fred into the wild.
Why didn't they do that for Peanut?
I don't know. I guess Peanut stuck around, maybe because of the social media stuff. This could be one of those things. I hate trying to justify what the government did, but it could be one of those things where they were saying, let's stop people from trying to get random animals and make them social media stars.
I mean, I agree, but that's still that's insane.
Yeah. I don't like it. The animals are being tested for rabies, and anyone who has been in contact with these animals is strongly encouraged to consult their physician. But all right. We have answers now. On October 30th, DEC seized a raccoon and squirrel sharing residence with the humans, creating potential for human exposure to rabies. In addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. So they're saying potentially that's why. I don't know. Frankly, don't like it.
This sucks.
Yeah. It's with profound sorrow that we share the heartbreaking news on October 30th. They seized Peanut and Fred the raccoon. Despite our passionate outcry for compassion, the agency chose to ignore our pleas, leaving us in deep shock and grief. All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Egg and spoon race in Mexico breaks world record.
I assume they mean put an egg on a spoon and then people hand it back and forth via egg spoon, because otherwise that makes no sense to me.
I believe so.
Okay.
The 2024 Egg Fair in Mexico broke a Guinness World Record when 2,000 plus young people participated in a race while balancing eggs on spoons.
Love that.
I like how they emphasize the young people.
Adults would never.
Yeah, like what? There's got to be some old dude there.
He's too slow. He
loves-
can't keep up with the fast pace.
You tell me some guy in 1950 doesn't love egg on spoon?
Oh, dude, egg on spoon was all they had in 1950. It was that or war. Yeah.
That's true. That was it. You either went
That's
to
all
war
they
or you
had.
had an egg on spoon.
You either went and you fought on the front lines or you did egg on spoon. Those were your only. Oh, and hoop plus stick.
Oh, yeah. That's another classic.
Got to do old hoop stick. Yeah. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. The fair, organized by the Tepatitlan Poultry Farmers Association in Jalisco, featured
That sounds exactly like how it's supposed to be pronounced.
featured nearly 2,700 students from local high school racing 100 meters, 328 feet, while balancing eggs on spoons. Oh, I guess that's why. There's got to be like some old high schooler, though, like an 80-year-old.
An 80-year-old high schooler in Mexico?
Yeah. It's got to
He
be
just
like
wanted to graduate.
like a Billy Madison situation.
Oh, yeah, those happen all the time.
But maybe he just wanted the egg on spoon event, so that's why he went back.
So your theory is that this guy went back to school specifically to be a part of the world record-setting egg on spoon.
Yes.
All right, checks out.
Thank you. Previous
not
record.
even a question.
Or wait, Guinness World Records determined that 2,039 participants finished without violating any rules, earning the title for the largest egg and spoon race. Previous was 1,400 people in London.
Oh, take that, London.
Demolished. The fair in Jalisco, where 50.4% of all Mexico's eggs are produced, also featured other events including egg hunt, decorated cart race, bicycle race, and an exhibition featuring 100 different dishes prepared using local eggs.
You know what? Sounds great. I can't really eat eggs anymore, but that sounds lovely for everyone involved.
Why not?
Because they make me sick. I don't know. We talked about this. I just, for some reason, in the last year, eggs have started making me sick when I eat them.
I actually do kind of remember that now.
And so I've been avoiding them. Rather than, I don't even want to test. I'm like, you know what? I can cut out eggs. Like, I'm not eating eggs and products I'm fine with. But for some reason, just eating an egg cooked gets me sick for some reason. I don't know.
You know, thinking about it, I get a little like gassy with eggs. You know?
Yeah, my stomach gets really upset.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the way I eat them too.
So
But
I no
do like
longer
eggs.
tempt it. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just not going to eat eggs, which is actually, it's been pretty easy. All I do is I ask for no egg and life is fine.
But I thought you said you can eat them in stuff.
Yeah, if I have it like in a baked good or if a recipe calls for an egg to be mixed in. But I'm talking like eggs scrambled or egg sunny side up, like an egg for breakfast kind of situation.
So really, like a glass of milk and an egg is your worst case scenario.
A glass
for
of
breakfast.
almond milk and an egg, dude. They would be like, he died of shitting himself. Like that would be 100% what happened. It'd be terrible.
Make a HBO special on you.
I'd have to move to Florida first.
That's your big news story of the day.
All right, what's our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Day.
The Florida Man Games are back.
Oh boy.
St. Augustine, Florida. Are you ready to unleash your inner Florida man? The wild competition. Well, the wild competition in the Sunshine State is back, and it's bigger and crazier than ever.
I bet.
The Florida Man Games are not for the faint of heart. This outrageous test of strength, agility, and sheer audacity will put you through a series of thrilling and bizarre challenges. Whether you're wrestling alligators, racing lawnmowers, or navigating obstacle courses filled with unexpected surprises, you'll need to bring your A game. Tryouts are at 10 a.m. November 17th. So head over to Hatchet Pro Wrestling at 50 Ellis Street in St. Augustine for a chance to prove you have what it takes. Think you do have what it takes? Don't miss out. Join the ranks of Florida's finest. Florida Man Games are packed with wild, wacky challenges that test the spirit of Florida Man. Here are some events listed on the website you can expect. Evading arrest obstacle course. Competitors are chased by police after stealing copper pipes and catalytic converters. The goal is to navigate without capture.
Wait, do they have to steal the catalytic converters first and then escape? Or is it just the theme is you've stolen one, run?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I would love it if they were like, you got
to
to take it. You got to first take it, get it unscrewed, right? So it's like, a physical challenge of like getting it unscrewed. And then you have to run with it and get the hell out of there as the cops chase you.
Yeah. No, I agree. You need to have that aspect of it. Weaponized pool noodle mud duel.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
This is a muddy jousting competition where participants use pool noodles as weapons while trying to knock each other down. Oh, God.
I kind of want to see footage of this. Whenever this takes place, I want to see footage.
Oh, yeah, we need to see footage. In fact, I think there's footage of last year's. So they have a lot of pictures of last year's. The Eat the Butt Challenge.
I'm sorry, what is the Eat the Butt Challenge? By the way, the Florida Man Games website is literally thefloridamangames.com, and I need to know if they have merch. I kind of want to buy a Florida Man merch. Like, come on now. Merch they do. Please continue.
Man.
Sorry, I'm looking at the merch right now.
That's fine, I understand. Contestants race to finish a pork butt platter in the fastest time to score the highest in the initial bracket. Florida sumo cage match and beer pitcher chug. In a chain link cage, competitors try to knock down their opponents or spill the beer.
Why is it a chain link? You know what? It's Florida. Chain link cage makes perfect sense. What am I thinking?
It really does. Or spill their beer. The loser can still earn points by chugging the remaining beer. Hurricane party prep, grocery aisle brawl. Participants battle it out to grab the last of the hurricane prep and party supplies left on the shelves. Gator throw. Competitors throw gators through a drive-through window to knock down the attendant.
Amazing.
The mechanical gator. Before jumping in with the real gator, participants must dominate the mechanical gator. I take it it's like bull riding or something.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And axe throwing. Show off your skills by hitting targets in the classic Florida Man axe throwing challenge. These challenges are designed to be as entertaining as they are outrageous, ensuring for a full day of laughs and moments.
This is genuinely incredible, and I feel like we should have or did cover this before. If we didn't, this is our Olympics.
It really is. This is, oh my God. Look at this guy.
Yeah, every photo, if you're curious what's happening in the photos we're looking at, every single one is dudes drunk. Like, just
Oh, yeah.
the most Florida-ass looking dude. They have for entertainment, they have a mullet contest. They have gator shows. They have a Ripley's Sideshow experience. All the reviews are the most fun I've ever had at an event. Dude, if I would have known. Wait, the Florida Man Games is March 1st. Dude, do you think we could go to the Florida Games? Would you go to Florida? We can do a whole Disneyland, Disney World thing too.
We'll see. So it'd be...
That's a no. That's a Crendor no. Okay, yeah, all right.
No, we'll see. It's... Maybe if I can go to Disney World.
That's what I'm saying. Disney World, and then we just go to the Florida Man Games would be bonkers, dude. Bonkers. Where does it take place? Florida Man Games takes place at St. Johns County Fairground, and St. Johns County Fairground is...
It says in Elkton.
Not near Orlando.
Oh, boy. That is... Yeah, you know, I think I'm busy
More
on
north
March.
towards Jacksonville.
That makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I think I'm busy around that time. That's crazy.
Yeah, oh, you got your hair to do or something. No,
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
By the way, the picture I sent you is of Larry Donnelly of St. Augustine double fisting 2 beers as Team Hanky Spanky and is announced victor of the
sounds
competition during the awards ceremony.
The Hatchet Pro Wrestling, I looked them up because I want to see what the deal was, and they have coaching, so you can learn to coach. The 3 coaches they have featured on the site are some guy who looks like he could be one of our friends, some guy who definitely looks like he tried to do a rap career, and one guy who looks like he is a 1950s boxer. I'm going to send you this thing. Scroll down. Look at these guys. One dude looks like he's like, come on, put him up. I'll fight you, see?
Oh my God, he really does. This is... Man,
It's pretty great. Pretty great.
that is pretty great. That is the Florida Man Games. And
All right.
that's the news.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day.
Terrifying.
This one actually relates to us a bit, especially you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like that.
A whole lot of McRib sauce. You can now buy a
Never mind.
half-gallon jug of the iconic McRib sandwich sauce.
I have it. I have a full jug of it in our office right now.
That's right. You got one. In anticipation of the holiday season, McDonald's is bringing back the sandwich, the McRib, offering a mega-sized jug of its sauce for the first time ever. It announced in a press release that the McRib will return starting December 3rd. It's also introducing half-gallon jugs of the McRib sauce, calling it a whole lot of McRib sauce.
It's what it says on the bottle.
There you go. Straight, they're telling you what it is.
It literally says it, yeah.
Quote, the McRib is more than a sandwich. It's part of culture. I don't know about that. It's a legend. It's an event. I mean,
It's more than a sandwich. It's got the materials that come in a yoga mat. It's everything you need.
Chief Marketing and Customer Experience Officer Tariq Hassan said in a statement, McRib season is a holiday unto itself, so we wanted to embrace that spirit and give fans an even bigger way to celebrate with a whole lot of McRib sauce.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
The McRib consists of restructured boneless pork patty molded to resemble a miniature rack of ribs along with barbecue sauce, onion, pickles.
Restructured pork product is a great way of saying we mash pork bits into a mold.
It sure is.
we cram it into a mold and make it look like pork.
I still remember you ate that on live here on air on that one episode.
It's true. Look, if it's in Chicago when we get there, I say we eat it during the show.
Sure, why not?
Someone just brings us McRibs and we make ourselves McCocks and Crendors and eat them.
We could do that. No, we need to make make the Chilluminati people eat Cox and Crendor.
Oh, that's true. I just showed them for the first time the secret menu. Davis was in the office. He did not know.
Damn. Now each one of them has to try a different thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll eat the McCrendor.
I get it. The McCrendor is great.
Yeah.
Solid deal right there.
Customers can order the McRib on the McDonald's app, in restaurant, and at the drive-thru. The jug of sauce will be available online purchase only starting November 25. While supplies last, each jug is $19.99. Additionally, McDonald's will release its McRib-themed holiday jingle, oh boy, called It Could Only Mean One Thing, McRib is Here. The seasonal tune will be available to play on all streaming platforms.
Yikes.
Yep. I don't think I'll be listening to that one.
You don't want to listen to branded holiday music?
Nope. Sure don't.
Understood.
And that's your big news story of the day.
Okay, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. Mind you, I was struggling to find news today. I did find one thing. So I did end up going to Cosmopolitan.
Oh,
just
boy.
to see, just to see what they were up to. And I saw 155 dirty pickup lines to heat up your spicy convos.
Okay, you know what? I'm in. Hit me. Let's go.
All right.
I need to know these pickup lines. I could use some of these.
All right. So we have PG rated pickup lines first.
No, that's trash. No, go to the dirty ones. PG, it's going to be like, did you fall for heaven because you're my angel?
It pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's trash. Who cares?
Do you have a shovel? Because I'm digging your look.
Trash, garbage. It's embarrassing for all of us.
Now we got PG-13.
Okay, we can start here.
Yep. I can't taste my cherry chapstick. Can you give it a try?
That is like a pickup line you would hear in 7th grade.
Probably why it's PG-13.
Yeah, you're right.
You're just clarifying what we're...
Yeah, right. No, it's absolutely correct. Yes, yeah.
Although this one's nice pants. Can I talk you out of them? That doesn't feel like PG-13. Although, I don't know. That's probably something Jesse Cox would say in 7th grade.
No, I would say I've got the F, the C, and the K. All I need is you.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's a classic.
You got, I'll flip a coin. Whichever side it lands on is what you'll get tonight.
Okay, I mean, putting a lot of chance there. Also, why not both? Why can't I have both?
Yeah, there you go.
A coin is both sides, not just the one.
And we also have, there's a big sale at my house. Clothes are 100% off.
I would have enjoyed clothes are half off better. Because there's like an implication there that like, you're going to keep something on though. We're not like,
Yeah, and I think it's a little funnier that way. Cause it's like an actual
clothes half off.
Thing.
Like which half? That's a good, Are we Donald Ducking it? What's going on?
Yeah. All right, now we've hit the R-rated pickup
All right,
lines.
this is good.
Are you Little Caesars because you're hot and I'm ready? That feels like a PG-13
That's very
one.
PG-13, yeah.
Yeah. Your clothes look uncomfortable. Let me help you out of them. Wait, what?
That's still not. Yeah, that's the half off one is better.
Yeah. Is that some Halloween candy in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? That's like a.
That's terrible. That would actually. That's not good at all. Also, if it's the holiday season, if it was Halloween, they might just be like, it is candy.
Yeah.
Also, there's the implication that that dude's dick looks like Halloween candy. You mean the smaller than normal size candy? Damn, you look like you got a fun size package.
I'm cold. Can I use your thighs as earmuffs?
The intention is good. I don't think it's a good
Feels
pickup
a little
line
too
though.
try-hardy.
Yeah, the intention's there. I get it, but no.
Yeah. I wish I was your phone so you'd be on me all day.
That sounds less like a pickup line and more like passive aggressive behavior.
Yeah, that's. Maybe if you get off your phone.
Yeah, maybe you weren't on your phone the whole time. Maybe you'd pay attention to me.
Just check my phone battery and it's 69%.
That's a number joke, not even a pickup line. That's like, I'm going to let you know. Guys, if you find a girl who thinks that's a really funny joke, keep her. Keep her. She is literally laughing at the stupidest things. She likes you, dude. Keep her.
Maybe that's what this is testing.
Yeah, really, if you want to just, make a girl laugh, try this. If she laughs, she likes you. If she doesn't, it's a bad joke.
What time do you get off? Can I watch? That seems like something creepy you'd say to a
it's
like
a little
store employee.
It's a little sex pesty.
Yeah. When do you get off work?
Yeah, when do you get off? You mean from work? No, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant. Like, whoa.
You're supposed to work.
Yeah. The only thing I want to work is you later.
All right, now we've hit the triple X pickup lines.
Oh, I can't wait for these classics. Cosmo, once again, killing it.
Truly. Are you a haunted house? Because I'm going to scream when I'm inside you.
I know the implication is supposed to be like this guy getting off, which again, a little sex pesty. But in my mind, I imagine a guy as he's having sex with this woman just shouting in her face.
Like an actual like, ah!
Yeah, just like, ah, like right in her face.
Just letting you know, I'm a psychic and we're definitely gonna bang.
That's not even,
It's not even good.
this is terrible.
Yeah. Do you want to see a movie or do you want to make one?
So this is just a random person asking you to make a porn.
Yes.
Or he really is an auteur and is like, we could actually make a film. Will you be my
maybe.
star?
I must be a beaver because I'm dying for your wood.
All right. That's not where I thought that was going to go. I'm dying for wood sucks. It should have been, I must be a beaver because, damn, that's funny. That's a good
funny.
one. That's a good one. Yeah, because, damn, that's cute. That's funny. I must be a beaver because I want your wood is like stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. These are so bad. That shirt's very becoming on you. If I were you, I'd be coming too.
See, again. That shirt's very becoming on you, just like I will be later. Like, that's the line.
Although, like, nobody's going to even know becoming. I don't even, like.
It doesn't matter because you said the thing. You said, I'll be coming on you later. Like, that's the joke.
Yeah.
This saying, like, adding extra steps to it is ridiculous.
Yeah. No,
They're making it overt, like overly complicated for no reason.
I'm training to be an astronaut, and my first mission is to explore Uranus.
Again, no, that's terrible. It's like an 8-year-old wrote that.
Yeah, it's definitely the.
Oh, did you know the planet's called Uranus, and that's also your butthead? Or your butthead? Your butthole.
Butthead. Butthead.
It's your butthead, man.
My doctor told me I have a vitamin D deficiency. Want to go back to my place and fix that?
Do we have to go buy it, or what would you want to do there? We can go. There's vitamins for that. We can go to the grocery store right now. I'll help.
Yeah, these are terrible.
These are bad. Yeah.
These are really bad. Who wrote this? Rachel Verena. Rachel is a full-time freelance writer covering everything from the best vibrators to the best TV shows.
Rachel, I'm gonna assume none of these have ever been used on you. And you went to a website and typed in on Google best pickup lines, then wrote an article.
She definitely did.
Because I bet if we look these up, we would find these on other sites.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because none of these are good.
10 years of editorial experience. So she's been here a while. With bylines at Women's Health, Elite Daily, Betches, and more. Oh, boy. She lives in Tampa, Florida, but did not feed her husband to tigers. When she's not testing out her toys, 100 plus and counting, she's likely chilling with her dogs or eating buffalo chicken dip. Totally and ideally at the same time. Yep.
Oof.
Yep, that's about what I thought.
This new Cosmo, trash.
Hashtag not my Cosmo.
Hashtag not my Cosmo.
That's your news story of the day.
Okay. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Yep. Bear steals inflatable Grinch from Florida home.
It's Florida man, but it's a Florida bear? Good story.
Hey, this could be Hank the Tank traveling down to Florida for all we know.
Yeah, it is. It is winter. Hank's got to get to Florida, put on the shades, a nice Hawaiian shirt, relax in Orlando.
Yep. I always said Hank the Tank hates the Grinch. Hates him.
Hates him. Hank the Tank is all about giving back.
Yep. Yes. A Florida family thought they were being pranked after an inflatable Grinch Christmas decoration vanished from their yard, but security footage showed that the thief was a not-so-jolly bear. Shanique Suarez said her family decorated their Golden Gate Estates home for Christmas in November, and on the day after Thanksgiving, they discovered their Grinch was gone. We were dumbfounded. We were like, where'd it go? Suarez said she suspected the incident had been a prank when a neighbor texted her a few days later to say the Grinch had been found 2 houses away from her family's home. The Dr. Seuss character was put back in place, but Suarez received an alert from her security camera on Wednesday and checked to see a bear attacking the Grinch. I never expected it to be a bear, Suarez said. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I literally texted my husband. I'm like, what's going on? We were texting back and forth, just rewatching the video, sending it to our family and friends at 5 a.m. The bear dragged the Grinch off into the nearby woods. Suarez said her family was able to find it later, but it was too damaged to make a return to the yard. It's a fun story to tell, she said. Florida bears have been known to tamper with holiday decorations.
Florida bears is so funny because all I can picture is a bear just on drugs.
It's like that cocaine bear.
Yeah, except it's all of Florida. Every bear. It
Yeah.
isn't one bear. It's Florida bears.
And they're on a variety of drugs, not just
Oh, yeah,
cocaine.
right. I mean, because it's in the water. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just the Miami bears. They're on cocaine. But once you get to like some other parts, you got the weed bears, you got your methamphetamine bears, your fentanyl bears. It gets crazy. Longwood resident EJ Levin shared video last year of a bear attacking the light up reindeer decorations in his family yard, which Florida bears just hate Christmas.
Yeah, I think instead of attacking things that look like animals, really the message here is Florida bears hate Christmas.
Yeah. That's and they might have been programmed like that by Newport Richie and the fellow Florida criminals.
Do you think they all work together in some sort of a illegal anti-Christmas cartel?
No doubt. It's not even a question.
Yeah, I mean, all right. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. No, it's before you know it, they're going to be going after Santa.
Yes.
They're going to take
yeah,
down
yeah.
Christmas for all it's worth.
Yeah, first they have to get the polar bears involved because they're the spies.
Yeah.
And then they're
That's-
taking down Saint Nick. That's it.
And that's it. Oh, did you see that David Lynch has he's on like oxygen now? He's like doing bad.
That's not good.
Yeah. No, because I was going to mention the Florida man would just be like smoking cigarettes. But then I thought of David Lynch, and he's got emphysema. And so he
Yeah.
finally stopped smoking, but like he's not doing great.
Well, hopefully he'll get better. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if you can recover from emphysema, but hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, hopefully he gets better.
Yeah. And that's the big news story of the day.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Mysterious googly eyes appearing on public art in Oregon.
You know what? Yes, I approve.
Googly eyes have been appearing on sculptures around central Oregon city of Bend, delighting many residents and sparking viral sensation covered widely by news outlets and featured on a popular late-night talk show. On social media, the city shared photos of googly eyes on installations in the middle of roundabouts that make up its so-called roundabout art route. One photo shows googly eyes on a sculpture of two deer. Another shows them attached to a sphere. It is not yet known who is putting them there. Quote, while the googly eyes placed on the various art pieces might have given you a chuckle, it costs money to remove them with care to not damage the art, says the city. The Facebook post, hundreds of comments, with many users saying they liked the googly eyes. My daughter and I went past the flaming chicken today and shared the biggest laugh, said nickname Phoenix Rising. We love the googly eyes. The town is getting to be so stuffy. Let's have some fun. Another Facebook user wrote, I think the googly eyes on the deer specifically are a great look and they should stay that way. Others said the city should focus on addressing more important issues such as homelessness instead of removing googly eyes. No, you can't do that, dude. You need all your money going into the googly eye removal. There's no way they could do anything else. We really encourage our community to engage with art and have fun. We just need to make sure we can protect it and it doesn't get damaged. The city so
Oh, are they
far has
worried
spent-
about like their sculptures?
I think so.
All right, let me just stress for the record. One of the sculptures in question is a ball. It is a ball of metal, and if you remove those googly eyes, I must stress, it would be boring to look at. But the minute you put those googly eyes on there, that shit's hilarious. I love it.
That is amazing. I love that. That's so good.
Yeah, the googly
Yeah, why-
eyes add so much to it. Just a normal ball, it's like whatever.
Yeah. And it's the fact that the city's like, we got to get those eyes off of those things right now. It's like, dude, just let them be there.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's the Firebird Phoenix one. If you remove the googly eye, it's whatever. It's like fine. But the googly eye adds something fun to it.
Yeah. And I mean, look at it. You're getting like so much press for your city that nobody would care about otherwise. And the city has spent $1,500 on removing googly eyes from 7 of the 8 sculptures. $1,500?
They're really upset too because it's like it damages the art. It left behind residue that you can wipe off.
Yeah,
Like I'm looking at the damages in photos, and it's like when you stick something to a wall and you pull it off, and a little stuff stays behind the wall that you have to like scrape off. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and then
Meanwhile-
most of that money is probably just from paying the dude to go out there and do it or something.
Yes, yeah. Meanwhile, the art that they're removing stuff from is like a rusted horse. Like that rust. No one's gonna like. Oh, whatever. Art is art, and if it's in a public space. It's the same thing like when they have the Mothman statue in West Virginia and people stick a tramp stamp on its butt because the Mothman has a big butt. Like that's, if anything, it brings more people to that's the whole point of art is to be appreciated.
Yeah, and everybody in the town's like, this is really fun and cool.
Yeah.
Like this is creative, and then the city's like, no, get these eyes off our art pieces. This is art.
Yeah. It's we decide what art is. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stupid and dumb. Just let them have fun. Let them have the googly eyes. At least let it do it for the holiday season. Take it off in like January or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, this is the same stuff that I bet if you were to look back in history about these things, they probably put a wreath around one of them at one point, or a scarf or a Santa hat. You know,
Yep.
like that's fine, but a googly eye's too far.
Too far. That's your big news story of the day.
All right. Well, Crendor,
Yep.
what is our big news story of the day?
That's a good question.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
All right. Baby pigs, plural, get Christmas pardon from Florida mayor in a Cuban twist on White House turkey tradition.
Are we gonna learn that like a Cubano sandwich is like straight up just like a holiday tradition?
I don't know.
Really? But they're so delicious, dude. Hell yeah, you're not gonna pardon that little bastard. He's gonna be delicious. Were you the person? It might have been Alex. Someone was telling me that there's an episode of that show that Gordon Ramsay has where he's like on a farm, and in one of the episodes, or I guess maybe the course of a season, he and his daughters raise 2 pigs with the sole purpose that they have to eat them at the end. It's the darkest shit I've ever seen. The pigs are so cute, and the girls, like Gordon cries. Gordon Ramsay cried. It was crazy.
Dude, that's like a Mr. Beast video, too. He'd be like, I'll give you $100,000 to eat that pig right now. As the stars of Friday's show in downtown Miami, baby pigs Glinda and Elphaba will never have...
They did not name them after Wicked.
Oh, yeah. You're right. We'll never have to worry about gracing the
Because
dinner
they became
table.
popular. I know how
Yes.
this works. Yeah.
We'll not have to worry about gracing the dinner table at the Cuban-American family's home on Christmas Eve. Public pardons for the 2 pigs were granted by the mayor of Miami-Dade County, Daniela Levine Cava, in a 7-year South Florida riff on the White House tradition of pardoning turkeys at Thanksgiving. The 4-month-old pigs, named after the good and wicked witches in the musical Wicked, will live out their expected 12 to 15 years at an animal sanctuary, unlike the other pigs. Glinda and Elphaba didn't seem too interested in the ceremony or the crowd surrounding
Hold on.
their
What is he
makeshift
even
pen.
saying?
Oh, it's
Same
Elphaba?
thing.
You know how to... I always say, you know how to know how correctly you are at pronouncing something?
People will
Just
tell you.
Say it in a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people will
They'll
tell
let you know.
Yeah.
Who? Pfft, theater's for dorks. I would never do that.
They didn't seem... They didn't seem too interested in the ceremony or the crowd surrounding their makeshift pen outside the Latin Cafe 2000. It's called the Latin Cafe 2000?
It needs the 2000.
It
Latin
does,
Cafe
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Latin Cafe 2000, here's the question. Is it text or numbers?
Numbers.
Hell yeah. Do you think that place has been open a long time? Or was it founded in the year 2000? Or is 2000 just a really cool number?
It's a pretty cool number, yeah. But it might have been also fake. Yeah, a little bit of both.
Or maybe it was in they made it in 1985 thinking to the future.
Sure.
Like,
The restaurant that created the sponsors the event.
Cool,
The
thanks,
tan
bud.
and black pair, about the size of pudgy beagles, hogged down apple and orange slices when offered. Otherwise, they seemed determined to find some way to nibble on the plastic grass lining of their enclosure. It's like they're pigs. If not for the pardon, they could have joined the thousands of their kind that will be barbecued all on Tuesday in an underground pit on spits or in special metal boxes by families in Cuba, South Florida, and elsewhere.
This became like the darkest tale. What do you mean?
The holidays.
Hold on. We have a genuine question. They were partying because of what? I would like to think so. I would like to think there was a whole other group of like poorly named pigs. And they were like, well, these two are named, and it's very thematic of recent events. So they'll be safe. But Steve, Little Oinker, Porky Pie,
Yep.
your dinner tomorrow, baby. Yeah. Porky Pie was the cutest one, too. He like had kind of like a bum eye. It like looked over this way. And he like had little cheeks. Those cheeks were delicious.
Eric Castellanos, the Latin Cafe 2000's owner, said the event started out as a joke among the staff after seeing a news story about the Thanksgiving pardon because we really don't eat turkey here. We eat pork. So we looked at each other and said, hey, we should do this. And they did it. Castellanos' two kids, Rico and Alessandro, were in charge of picking out the piglet names. Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
Abby Erkes, who moved to Miami 4 months ago, was one of the few dozen people who stopped to see them and watch their ceremony. Quote, I'm from the Midwest, so I have been to my fair share of farms and seen a variety of different types of pigs, but these are cute ones. One of my best friends has lived here her whole life, and she's been kind of teaching me about Cuban culture, Latin culture, and the things I need to be a full Miamian. After the ceremony, they were driven to their new home, the 12th and 13th, to receive pardons over the years. And that's it.
The more you read that story, the darker it got.
Yeah.
In a way that, but also hilariously, is just like this show.
Yes.
And they were like, we should do this thing, because we can do it.
Yeah.
And then two piglets got to have a good time.
They did.
Here's my question. Out of the two pigs,
Yep.
are you more of an Elphaba or like a Glinda?
You're Glinda.
That's right, bitch.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, done. The audience chose. Yeah, all right.
okay. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Yep. Argument over anime ends with dead crocodile and jail for Alaska brothers.
I must stress to everyone, this is a story that was presented to me at the live show. And it was done as a riddle. So it was like, hey, if you had to guess where an anime fight with a dead crocodile took place, where do you think? And I was like, oh, Florida for sure. And they were like, Alaska. And I was like, what? How is there a crocodile in Alaska? I have questions, dude. Questions.
We've really been ignoring Alaska, man, for far too long.
Yeah, I feel like Alaska man is just Florida man's northern brother. He just like him, except he probably says a bunch and murdered someone and fled to Alaska.
Yep, to kill a crocodile.
Yeah. And watch anime.
That was cold-blooded.
Boo.
Yep. A crocodile is dead, an alligator is recovering, and two brothers are in jail after an argument about anime turned fatal in Alaska. Tyler and Ricky Lowe's Thursday night feud came to a head when they tossed each other's exotic pets out the window of their shared apartment into the snow. Tyler threw Ricky's pet alligator, and Ricky launched Tyler's crocodile from their Wasilla apartment. It's not clear what anime kicked off the dispute. That is...
That probably is the most important thing.
Yeah.
We got to know what the anime is.
State troopers were able to locate the alligator, which survived, but were not able to locate the croc, who was presumed dead. Neighbor recounted the bizarre encounter with a trooper who was tasked with finding this very out-of-place critter. they go, have you seen an alligator run past here? And I go, you guys are kidding, right? The guy who lives next door to the Lowe brothers said, Strickland, who has lived in the apartment building about an hour outside of Anchorage for a month, said he had no idea that a croc and gator were right next door. Troopers were called by Ricky Lowe from the street after he left the apartment with his 2-year-old child. The brothers were arrested and charged with animal cruelty and assault. Ricky Lowe faces additional charges of DUI and child endangerment.
Wait, okay. What?
Yeah, we got no details.
There was 0 details in there. I was waiting for you to say, like, all right, and this did this, and that was just...
You can kind of piece something together with the fact that there was these 2 brothers, a 2-year-old, an alligator, and a crocodile, all in the same vicinity. I feel like that already says a lot.
Exactly. But also, it's Alaska, so I don't know... Boy, I have so many questions. Just so many questions.
It's, how did they get them? Where are they from? Why are they here?
I mean,
are they
again,
pets? Are they just holding them to like sell to someone else?
Tyler, a 33-year-old, threw Ricky's, a 30-year-old, pet alligator.
Oh, it is pet. Okay.
I just have a lot of questions. Also, it's Wasilla, Alaska, which is even funnier because that's where Sarah Palin's from, and I love that. I love that. That's a little fun fact to throw in there.
Also, I feel like every time someone has an exotic pet, they're insane. So, like, I feel like we just shouldn't have exotic pets.
Honestly, I'd like to keep it open. You know what? Let the crazy people have their exotic pets, because one day I might be crazy and want an exotic pet.
Well, if we're going to have exotic pets, we need to allow Monkey Mondays.
I'm with you on this.
Can't have one without the other.
I just don't understand how an alligator survives in winter in Alaska. That alone is tripping me up.
That is pretty crazy. I have no idea.
I just don't understand. And the fact that we will not know what anime they were arguing over, I mean, that finding an answer to that question might absolutely explain why you would throw an alligator. I've had some arguments with people about TV shows where I've been like, you're just wrong, and I've wanted to throw their own alligator at them. Yeah.
What anime do you think it was?
I don't watch enough anime to know. I will say, what is the popular one that everyone's watching right now? Ninarin, Kiramarin, I don't know, something like Ninanen.
Yeah, but they're like in their early 30s. I feel like they'd be arguing about a bit of an older anime.
I don't think so. Unless they were arguing over whether, like, Akira was
One Piece. And one was like, I bet One Piece is going to have 3,000 episodes. And the other one was like, no, it's going to have 4,000 episodes.
I hope that's not the case. What a terrible argument to have.
Whatever the argument is, it's going to be terrible because it's about anime and throwing exotic pets out the window in Alaska. Doesn't matter what they're arguing about.
All right, here we go. I typed in top anime arguments 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what is the best anime of 20. No top arguments. That's not no one be arguing on here, huh?
Controversial anime opinions.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This one's mildly controversial. Well, it's just mildly. Where's like full on controversial? Here we go. I don't think JoJo is not a starter anime is controversial opinion to have. What? This post sucks.
Maybe it was something like what's that Delicious in Dungeon show? Maybe it was like they were arguing about whether eating a scorpion would be delicious or not. He's like, I'm telling you, bro, it's delicious. And he's like, yeah, well, would you eat an alligator? He's like, no, Mr. Munchie's my friend. He's like, you'd eat him. He's like, no, I wouldn't. He's like, eat him, bitch. And they threw the alligator at him.
You know, that probably would be the most, because they're at least are arguing over exotic pets, which they do have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Although now I'm looking at this list of animes that came out in 2024, And I don't know what any of these are. There's one called Negative Positive Angler. Couldn't even tell you what that was about. There's one called The Elusive Samurai. I'm assuming a samurai who is elusive. There's one called Look Back. No idea what that is. There's one called The Dumpster Battle. A hit volleyball anime. Love that. That's very funny. There's one that I actually would watch based on the name called Bartender, Glass of God. I guess it's an anthology series about a bartender who can make any thirsty customer forget about their troubles. I'm in. I don't even know what that, like, what would that even be?
Yeah, I have no idea. It is. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely wish they could have at least figured out what anime it was that they were arguing over.
That is one of the most important things to this entire conversation.
And now, unless someone else does it, we'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know. That's big news story of the day.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for enjoying, hopefully. And we'll see you all next time. Because as always, to be continued.